back. How's it going? Or welcome to maybe sometimes. How's everyone doing? It is currently the second last day of July. Summer's gone somewhere, huh? How's everyone doing? It is the 30th of July. He checks downwards very subtly. So I'm trying to wrestle this way to stream on YouTube. So right now the thumbnail is like the same thumbnail as the last video. So that's a bit regrettable. But at least when you open the video now on YouTube, the music won't play really loud at the top. So, you know, baby steps, we'll get there. Hopefully everyone's doing well. It has been a wild couple weeks for Netrunner. We're almost at the end of Continental seasons. I guess Intercontinentals is coming up. Hopefully you watch some of that stuff. It's been a lot of fun. Yo, Frank, how's it going? Hyped to watch US Can Continentals? Excuse me. Yeah, it's the North Americas, or sorry, the Americas, not North Americas. It's Americas on this weekend. Oh, I need a haircut really bad, huh? We've been doing commentary so far. We did a lot of commentary for the European African Continentals last weekend, and it was a fun ride. Again, if you haven't checked this stuff out, it's on twitch.tv/projectnice. The Swiss cut was 11.5 hours and then 8 more hours for a top 16 cut. The games were really good. They were really good stuff. There was a lot of varied meta too, some really high stakes games, and all in all, like a really entertaining tournament. Super excited to be part of it. And it continues on this weekend. Same sort of probably 12 hours followed by 8 hours. We're getting the Swiss on Saturday. Who knows if there'll be just as many players, more or less. So maybe it'll be longer. Maybe it's 8 rounds. Who knows? I don't know what number you need for that. It's like a pretty big number, I'm pretty sure. And then after that, there'll be a top cut of some sort. I'm really excited. I'm gonna be commentating. I think for most of it, I'm just waiting on some confirmations to figure out when slots are. But no matter what, it starts at noon Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. We can check actually really quickly. I should know this. Zach, what up? Nice, got a live stream. Haven't caught a live stream in like 8 weeks. Been loving the VODs, by the way. Oh, cheers. Hey, glad you can make it live. Glad you've been liking the stuff. If you want to watch more VOD stuff, do check out the Nice tournament stuff. It's really good. It's on twitch.tv/projectnice. Parallel, what's up? Hey, Andre. Hey, Jack. Good evening. Yo, how's it going? How's it going, Parallel? Also close. What up? How you doing? I got my cheese set up for Intercontinentals already. I'm excited. Are you playing under the name Frank Feta? Because we'll look out for that. Arash, why aren't you playing? In basically most tournament circumstances where I'm offered the option between commentating or playing, I will always take commentating because I feel like I'm better at it and it is probably more fun. I want to say, I don't know. I really enjoy commentating, I'll be honest. It's something that's been developing over the last couple of years. So like, it's honestly like, yeah, 9 out of 10 times. I'll pick that. Robbo, what's up? What happened to the card review video? You said it was very long, so you don't want to post it, but I suggested we might prefer to watch it anyways, and you said you think about it. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I still have it on the hard drive. It's 2 hours. I haven't watched it yet. I need to rewatch it and get it up. I need some time to do that. It's been really busy, right? Like every weekend, I've been spending at least, like last weekend, it was like what? Another 16 hours on Netrunner at least. So it's hard to find time. It's going to be even worse this weekend in terms of timing because we're there for all of it. So I need to look into that, whether we re-record it or put it up. But Robert, that's a really good point because I did say I'd get that up at some point, huh? Aaron, better commentating than playing. True. Yo, are you playing on the weekend? Thanks for the praise. Parallel, you're awesome at commentating. Thank you. That'll cancel Aaron out. Thank you. Thank you. You could just put it up without a warning. Let us decide if we want to watch it. Yeah, that might come to it. That might come to it. I want to watch it though because it's been a while, so I'm gonna forget what I saw. So at least now, if I watch it, I'll be like, oh no, you said some cool stuff or not. I don't know. Yep, Andre's best commentator. I love that you always have someone positive to say about someone's deck. Yo, actually, that's something we need to address right now because I feel really bad a bit about some of the stuff that happened on Saturday, specifically. So we were obviously streaming, and it's 7 rounds. There's a lot of rounds, and there's 113 players. And at some points, we'd finish watching table 4, whatever the top table is, and then we would jump down to a way lower table, like table 40, for instance. And obviously, the caliber of play and the competitiveness of the decks and all that sort of stuff is going to be a bit different when we get to the lower tables. And I feel like we commentated a couple matches during the tournament where we saw low tables, where the commentary was like pretty brutal to the point where like people were kind of getting blasted for bad play. That's like super regrettable. I apologize that happened. I have no doubt there's some players who might have been on stream who like really regret that happening, and maybe that discourages them from participating in the future. I'm very sorry for that. It needs to be reconsidered to make sure that like the attitude when it comes to watching lower tables is a bit more open. So apologies for that. I think we're definitely going to do a way better job of that going forward because that sucked. It really did for everyone. So sorry about that. Marc Andre, how you doing? Save you the time if you don't have it. Right. Yeah, maybe we'll just throw it up. Perfectly balanced. Aaron's playing. I kid, you're great at both. Thank you, Aaron. Ken, what's up, props? Have you ever thought about doing some videos for new players to get them into the game, particularly in the context of the new meta? I know there's a Project Crow, but it would be cool to have a super positive person doing video content that people could watch. At the moment, the closest thing is Team Covenant videos, and they're ancient. Yeah, so like new player content and doing like, I don't know. So normally the videos that I classically made instead of the streaming stuff and the card review stuff was like pretty time intensive because I'd like to do motion graphics. That's kind of a big part of like my background. I don't actually, I've heard the name Project Crow, but I couldn't tell you exactly what it is right now. But I know the Nisa Gateway stuff is coming out at the end of the year. I've also said on this channel before that I think the Gateway is going to be a really big thing for Netrunner, just because also Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out around that time. So more people are going to be finding out and talking about Netrunner at the end of this year. So I think I'm going to make some proper good new player content at the end of this year, try to do the best job we can. So that's something that going forward, it'll be a couple months obviously. So I think we're going to do a stream, something like that in the next couple weeks when we have the time, and do something that is like particularly new player centric. But in terms of like getting out good, like how to play basic stuff, that'll probably wait till the end of this year. Aaron says hard to switch gears, but that's a good point. Yeah, it's really bad. Yo, Tataki, what's up? The mic's smooth as butter. Yeah, right now RTX voice is off because it's actually kind of cold outside, so we can turn off the air conditioning. So it sounds a lot better. It's a lot pretty good. It's pretty good right now. There's a series of beginner decks that Cluster Fox made. Oh, no way. I'd actually love to see those. Just Andre's natural voice. Thanks, Aaron. Rob, it sounds awesome. Thank you. Yeah, no, hey, seriously, my pleasure. I'm really glad that you're that interested into it and you're asking questions and stuff. Like, that's obviously huge. We have a small meta. I think Gateway will help us grow. Yeah, it's obviously an issue with this game that it's hard to get into it. Like print and play is one thing, but like in terms of like, hey, here's a cool thing to get into, you know, like we don't exactly have that. And obviously it's hard to buy cards, if not impossible. For those who don't know, like I play Arkham Horror, the card game. Probably a lot of y'all watching this do too. Oh yeah, right. Go to the homepage. But for instance, like Fantasy Flight Games is coming out with like starter decks that you can just pick off the shelf and play with when it comes to Arkham Horror. And there's one for every faction. They're monocolor, so it's pretty easy to use. Like stuff like that's great. But like just having that gateway, having the entry point to be like, you want to try Netrunner, print this PDF, or you want to try Netrunner, you know, buy this product off of Make Play Cards, or with the other one that doesn't work well in Canada is called. Yo, Jar, how's it going? Welcome. They are outdated. They need to be refreshed. Oh, okay. Crow's old stuff. I printed out a set of Dynamics custom cards to give it a try this weekend. Pretty fun and fresh. Yo, Ken, did you get them like professionally printed or you just did them yourself at home? Did Taki play Arkham on stream? Oh, sorry, I hit the microphone. I'd watch that. Yo, we do regularly play Arkham online. Still using like Tabletop Simulator, the complete edition. You can still get it. I know that Fantasy Flight Games, or more accurately, Asmodee did strike it off of the workshop, off of Steam. The question is how to play that stuff online. Like right now, the easiest way is to do Tabletop Simulator. I haven't watched any other Arkham content. It's kind of weird when it comes to like a cooperative game. My interest in like content has been a lot lower. I don't exactly know why that is. But I believe I promised that by the end of the summer we'll have an alternate channel where we can do more stuff on it. Like Doomtown is something that comes up a lot. Arkham, even things like Monster Train, Slay the Spire, like that stuff gets played here in this room, and being able to share that with other people would be sweet. But we need to get to that. Hopefully by the end of the summer. That's the plan. I need to come up with a sick title for a new channel. If you have any ideas, please throw it my way, because like I'll be honest, that's 90% of the work. Jarvis is going good. Good to hear, yo. I kind of do that ATM. Proxy Nexus, however, is deck of the week on Netrunner DB. I have about 30 decks on my shelf. I've only played about 3 times at LCG though. It's still been with my wife due to lockdown. Yeah, it's really hard to play in person. I have no doubt the majority Netrunner is online, but that's really cool that you're printing the deck list of the week. Proxy Nexus, for those who don't know, makes it really easy. Is it .com? No. What is the Proxy Nexus URL? No, just color printed at work. Got an HB click losing deck going. Heck yeah. Aaron says, is Doomtown still alive? Yeah, it is. It really is. They're doing their tournament support officially online. I've said this many times when it comes to Doomtown. The people, like Doomtown was shut down by AEG, and then they gave the rights to the people that used to work at AEG who left and made their own company. A new product came out earlier this month. Like it's good stuff too. It's kind of like Nisei, where the products are less often, but the quality is really good because they're working with a lot of, they're like really close to the community. They have less like oversight in terms of like, we need to turn out a product now because of the financial season. It's been really good stuff. Like the stuff is actually great. proxynexus.edu. And JNet is pretty intimidating because you don't know what's going on if you waste people's time. Yo, Raba, if you feel that way, when you make a JNet lobby, just say like newer player or core set only or whatever you think is honest, and people do that. There's also a Slack channel, correct me if I'm wrong, actually people probably can talk about this a bit better, called Green Level Clearance, which has a lot of newer players in it. And like, I've no doubt it's very easy to find a game where you don't, well, you think you're playing at the same speed and deck size, or sorry, like card pool size as somebody else. Don't worry about that. Please don't click that. Does Doomtown have easy starter decks? Yes, it totally does. I don't know what the URL is, but Doomtown did the exact same thing. Oh yeah, they have them here. And Doomtown does a really cool thing that like Nisei sort of is mimicking as well. And I'm really happy that Nisei is doing this, where Doomtown has starter decks. And on top of that, the starter decks have, if you want additionally, flex packs. So for instance, there's like what, 7 factions in Doomtown, 6 factions, and each one has a starter deck that you can buy on Drive-Thru Cards. Drive-Thru Cards is like a printing card service. It gives you the description of the deck, the strategy, and the deck list. And basically right now when I play Doomtown, me and my partner, we don't do a lot of like deck building. We just have these pre-sleeved, and every time we play, we just play with these and like haven't been upset about it. We're doing a bit of deck building right now, mostly like just mimicking deck lists of the week. But on top of that, they have a flex pack, which is just extra cards that you can buy for not a lot more extra money that give you options. It's like a sideboard. Some of them are a bit more into it. Like for instance, one of the factions, all the flex pack adds a whole new mechanic called Kung Fu to one of their decks. But it's a rad. It's a really cool distribution model. I think there's also a way to buy this as a PDF for like pennies, so you can just get it going. It's really good. I thought GLC was a Discord. Oh, I might be wrong. Yeah, maybe that is a GLC. Yo, Jenkins, what's up? Happy Thursday. I'm having a crisis about what to corp on Saturday. How you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm ready for a really long weekend of Netrunner. We're going to be doing comms for most of it. Also, Leopold, what's up? Excited for the US Continentals. It's the America's Continentals. Thank you. But yeah, I'm actually really excited. They've been really fun. I've been having such a pleasure sharing the mic with such great people, and just the gameplay has been really top tier. The deck selections have been really fun to cast. It's been a huge pleasure. Huge shout outs to Nisei and Vesper and everyone involved getting this going. So it's been absolutely flawless and absolutely so much fun. In terms of like what decks to play as the corp, if you look at like the European Continentals, there's a lot of options of competitive lists. The top 16 lists are published. People are publishing their lists. So I'm not going to tell you what exactly to play, but there's a lot of stuff that is pretty flexible and good. Bottom, what's up? The worst experience I've had versus this 1968 Buick Prize dude who obviously made a deck Super Tech versus Leland crushed me. Well, what's that in response to? I'm new. Oh, hold on. I'm new and I've been tilting my games. New player and telling people that it might be slow before starting, and everyone's been super friendly. Oh, super cool. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Janktivist says, I played against Encoder's Asin last night. It's great. CTM, Titan, Argus, all good. Yeah, almost all the Wayland stuff is really good. That's a Doge. Cook, what up? Yo, Cook, is the thing this weekend? Did we miss it? When's the cook-off? Now that I think about it, I could just buy some card stock myself and print off the cards that work. Giving Doomtown a try could be cool, but the Nemec cards could be great. Yeah, Nemec cards also, you get those printed if you want, even professionally. That stuff's really fun. As a new player, I ended up playing Shaper all the time, but I recently discovered Anarch. What is your favorite runner faction? If you're asking me, it's not Shaper. It's like hard opposite Shaper. Shaper gets weird decks that I play poorly. At least they're interesting. But I think classically I'm Criminal. It depends on the Anarch. I also realized, what is it? If Lat wasn't out, okay, I don't know if they're all like identifying as female, but Shaper is all ladies right now, plus minus some, but like there's no he pronouns in there until Lat came out. What's with that? All the dude Shapers rotated, and I'm not complaining there's not enough guys in the card game. There's not enough representation of the white man. But I just realized that the other day. I thought that was pretty funny. Andre keeps a copy of Apex under his bed. Yo, we're actually playing Apex today, so buckle up. But yeah, Criminal has generally been my favorite. Anarch's also really fun, depending on what's good. Like, I don't like the good stuff Anarch so much. If it's like aggressive and rude, I'm in on it. But Criminal is almost always rude. Feels good. You missed it. Oh, how'd it go? It was hilarious though. Can check it out. Twitch TV.com/Andy the level 99. Oh, yo, What up? Taki Andre hates women. All right, great. We've started this conversation. Let me tell you about my rhetoric. Actually, a really cool thing is going to start quite soon. I can't believe I didn't get this running before, but there's an easy way so that we can have Twitch chat and YouTube chat in the same chat. So if you're part of the YouTube community or you like watching more on Twitch, you'll be able to see everybody's comments in the same chat without going anywhere else. I'll be able to set that up soon once I get a minute, but I'm really excited to have that because, you know, we can bring the community together instead of like having two separate communities. It seems weird. Quetzal because of non-binary representation? Yeah, Quetzal's super cool. Shaper feels like you need to understand the meta less. You just get an unstoppable ward set up and walk in. Anarch seems like a seat of your pants. Anarch is seat of your pants. Criminal can play control and aggression, which is cool. I feel like against Shaper, like you're right. The late game, they definitely have some really strong options, really good breakers, really good drip economy. And it's kind of up more to the corp to push the game out to ensure that Shaper doesn't get to the part where they can just lock you out. I think that's a big part of playing against Shaper, because if you let Shaper, like, oof, good luck. That was Roba saying from a new player perspective. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty legitimate. All right, cool. We are going to be playing some Netrunner today. That's no surprise. I guess that's enough Doomtown. Do check out Project Nisei. Oh yeah, so the stream starts, if I'm not mistaken, at 11 o'clock Central Time, which is about noon. It is noon here Eastern Time. So whatever time it is now, imagine it's 9 o'clock here. So then imagine what 12 o'clock here looks like. That's great. Time zones. It's 11 CDT. You'll figure it out, hopefully. Ticket sales are open all the way till tomorrow, so you still have a couple hours to get that in if you're watching this live, I suppose. But we're going to stream an hour before here, maybe half an hour before, maybe 45 minutes before, and just have a hype room. We did this last time, and just hype it in, and then once we're hit the noon, the time where like the Project Nisei channel is live, we'll go ahead and raid their channel. So again, if you're following here, you'll get that notification, but you should be following the Project Nisei Twitch channel just in case anyways, because why the heck not? And then we'll be live on the weekend. So that'd be really fun. All right. Cool. How's everyone doing? Let's do this. I feel like the camera is... we don't need that much microphone. Hold on. Slightly better. Okay, so, yo, legitimately, and like, no disrespect to Triorf, I'm so surprised this is the deck list of the week. This deck is like incredibly... I don't want to say vanilla, but it's like every 419 competitive 419 list looks exactly like this. I was expecting Klakotsa's deck to be the deck list of the week, which is like a very interesting list that got a bunch of hype. I don't know how this one got there. I don't know. I know we usually play the deck list of the week, but I think this week we're actually not going to. This is just not that much different than every other 419 list we've ever played, because there's so many more interesting lists that got published from the Continentals last weekend. So much stuff. Like Klakotsa's list, which I thought would be deck list of the week, is already on page 2. So yeah, this deck is sick. I'm glad we already played it. So there's so much stuff that got published that seems really, really cool. The GameNet deck RTSA was playing is awesome. The Euros Geist lists look really fun. I think Captain Knight's Sunny deck I think is Sunny, so some people are not excited, but I definitely want to try that out. I don't know what else is super exciting, but there's so many lists right now. Even just like the good stuff, Asa decks from Chris, like they're fun. Even Chris's like Leela deck I think is more interesting. Aaron says, I'm surprised 419 is on Angola rather than Mining Accident. Yeah, so that actually came up a fair bit during the weekend, and a lot of people said that Mining Accident kind of just fell off. A lot of people have the money to play it, and there wasn't too much asset spam stuff, or even the stuff that was, like, it's still kind of hard to interact with. It goes really fast. Angolo seems really good right now because against like a lot of the Wayland stuff, it's a one breaker pressure thing, and the game is so fast right now that getting down a single piece of program to be able to deal with everything seems really valuable. Now you can obviously like pad that with like boomerangs and I've had worses, or boomerangs, sorry, and inside jobs, but I don't know, it definitely seems pretty good, and I don't know how far the mining accidents go. A lot of those corps have good money. Alex, what up? Thank God, so do not want to see more 419. Yeah, everyone's seen a lot of 419. No disrespect to the deck list. It's probably like a really solid deck list. It's just not particularly shiny. Sounds like Mining Accident wasn't great against Titan and Outfit, who have a good showing. Yeah, exactly. Against all the Wayland stuff, let alone all the fast stuff, it's a pretty bad play. Like against, what's it called? Against Titan, it's awful. Against the Outfit, it's pretty bad. I don't see it to be a slot where like that speed, where you can be like Ngolo diversion, like that's worth something. Nat deck is pure Netrunner, and I'll never Was it? And I'll never hear anything else. Close. Angola versus Amina, your thoughts? Yeah, that I think yeah, answering Aaron's comment answered that pretty heavily. Amina's pretty good against like mid-range code gates, and you are seeing a lot of those on Titan. You're seeing a lot of them in HB, but just like that 7 cost install as opposed to like, I know it's expensive, but the 5 cost install of Angolo, and you're good to go in a game where like Asa Group will throw out 2 pieces of ice and they're ready to threaten something big on turn 3. Like I don't know. I really don't know. Timmy, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. All right, so we got to figure out what we want to play. I think we're going to build some Apex deck just because we've been a bit too deep in competitive Netrunner the last couple weekends, so we might as well do something a bit silly. This Geist deck I think is really fun, and I was so excited to see this during the Continentals. It's a basic Geist deck, but it's running... Oh, this one's not the interesting one. This is a Sunny deck. It is Fence or Fueno actually did some work during the top cut, which is pretty fun. But this Sunny got so far in a really big tournament. So absolute shout out to Nice, who was playing some really interesting lists too. Like they were one of the few blue suns at the tournament, let alone in the top cut, and the only Sunny in the top cut, let alone there was a couple Sunnies in the tournament. And against a meta that seemed so quick, like this deck kind of set up pretty well, which is nice. I think DreamNet's such a big hit for Sunny. It really accelerates her setup. This Asa deck is absurd, and there's so many ways that you can build a really aggressive, strong Asa, and this is a good one. Oh, sorry. 1 second. And the Leela deck. This is actually really interesting because I think the fact that this Leela deck didn't run, obviously it got all the way to the finals, but the fact that it didn't run the, what's it called? The Angolo was like a pretty big deal for it in some matchups where it was struggling to find multiple breakers. Poor X-Server, and I tested his not interesting deck with him. Oof. Aaron says, I think Apex would be markedly improved if you can install it at the end of the turn rather than the start. Yeah, I think so. Apex APOC or Apex with other interesting pieces? I think we'll do Apex with interesting pieces. I want to see how far we can stretch Apex. Like I want to play career for Apex. All right, so this is the Glacier NBN, which kind of gets from slow games, but it's pretty interesting. There's some spicy stuff in here. They're actually playing a non-ironic re-education just because it's a 5-3, and the ability is like tempo loss for the runner, but it does actually combo relatively well with Jinja City Grid. So what this is when you score it, you can shuffle any cards from HQ and redraw, and then the runner just has to get rid of their cards and put them to the bottom of their stack. So they have no hand while you just cycle your hand, which is pretty interesting. On top of it, it's basically like the what's it called, the Asmari lists reborn, so 7 agendas instead of 6, and we have only a single echo chamber. I actually didn't know that. That's wild. Really? 1 echo chamber. You do have preemptive, you do have a psychographics, but no way to give tags, which is really funny. The tech startup for the early daily quest is really cool, let alone you could just pull like a drudge work if you really need it. Blacklist is also interesting tech. The Biovault is fun as Glacier, but the biggest thing I think we saw was the Embolus. These decks were building Embolus tokens off of just getting like the money from GameNet. I think that's really cool. This card is kind of underrated, and seeing where people played this, sometimes it was R&D, sometimes it was a remote, is like very fascinating. There's no... Wow, this list is nothing like I remembered. There's no border control, which is kind of wild, but we do have some Jinjas. Border control is really good with that. We do have a Surveyor instead. Now we have a lot of the good ice that works well with GameNet. Toll Booth is on the more expensive side. We do have only 2 IPOs for money on top of GameNet daily quests. And then we have Gold Farmer, which is nuts, IP Block, which is pretty good, and Data Ward, which is big, but you kind of need positionality for this. Why is this in the deck? Why is this in the deck? Why Data Ward? I don't get that. McCollum, how's it going? Excited to Apex? Yo, me too. Can you build Kokatsu's deck in Apex? Is that a thing? Huh. Spoilers is virtual. I don't think you gain anything from it, but you probably could. Blackfile's virtual too. Aksara Serene is not virtual, so you couldn't do any freedom stuff like the Liberation. Apex is gonna be the apex of my enjoyment. Doesn't pay 3 trigger from GameNet from Data Ward? Yeah, I guess you do. You do gain a credit from that, so it's a 4 credit swing. But like, there's so much other stuff that fires GameNet, isn't there? I turned up the air conditioning. I'm immediately regretting it. Everything's a pop-up. How many people in chat right now are going to participate in Americas? And anybody participated in the weekend has anything to say? Like, how did that go for y'all? I'd love to hear your thoughts, because obviously, like, I only see kind of the top tables, so who knows. Sam, what's up? Sorry I'm late. Quick planning meetup with my D&D group. No, not at all. We're just about to start. Good time. Yo, Philip, what's up? Game on. Hell yeah. Fat says I'm in for the weekend. Yo, good luck. Have fun. You're for the Americas as a Kiwi. Humble, what's up? Yo, cool. If you are in chat and you're participating in the tournament, but your chat name is different than your play name, and you're okay, like, for your JNet name to know, like, let everyone know what your JNet name is, do let us know just so we can kind of pay attention. Nervous? Oh, it'll be fun. Yo, Close, what up? I'm participating and watching. Aaron says 12. Why 12? What's 12? I would say Data Ward is a hedge against Tag Me. I guess it is, but IP block is too, right? We don't even play Data Raven. All right, we're against Haley. So Haley can set up pretty well. We have Gold Farmer, we have an IPO. We can kind of play slow. Slot Machine on R&D is pretty good. We have one of the bio vaults. I think we can keep this. I think one of the things we'd want to open for is an early daily quests or an early tech startup, but we can do worse than this, especially when we have big 3-pointers that we can't score early. Oh, no worries. I'm in the tournament. My JNet name is A Maurich. Good luck. I went back to no SMC. Ooh. So Close sold, not sold, sent me this list. And it's a very interesting Haley list. I like it a lot. So we got to see it today, which is cool. So let me set up everything. The lighting is a bit more subdued today. What's normal? I think that's probably fine. It's been a while since I played. 46th card, am I right? All right, so we can ice up Centrals. Gold Farmer, like, I don't think we're worried about HQ pressure from Shaper, and Gold Farmer on the remote is pretty good. We can just throw down a tour guide on HQ and call it a day. I don't think this deck has any HQ pressure besides Turning Wheel. And putting this on Centrals for Turning Wheel is pretty bad. Toll Booth is a bit better if they don't have Hunting Grounds. At least that's only once a turn. So if we do this, next turn we can double click into IPO and we won't have to discard a card. So that's pretty good. I'll watch but not play. That'll be fun. IP block tags if they're AIs in front of the Data Ward. Yeah, but if that happens, it usually ends the run though, right? Like, they don't go further than that. Haley double draw, fan site into Artist Colony. That's okay. We only have 3-pointers, so they'll definitely get value from that, but not too much. And we have an early re-education. I think we're just gonna do credit into IPO. I don't know how good. Generally, the Fractor is the worst part of the rig from Haley, from Shaper. So we can even just like jam out an early re-education. I don't know if we want to shuffle it all. Yo, Martin, what's up? Philip Laroche says I'll be playing. Heck yeah. You mix up your ice. You put slot on R&D. That's good. That's what we want, no? Oh, I see what you mean. Right. Yeah, actually, that's way better. Just consider R&D pressure from a Shaper. Yeah, Toll Booth on R&D would be a lot better. It's been a while since I've iced up R&D. Seriously. All right, so they have the Harbinger. So they're a pawn shop list. A single advance here looks more like NGO than anything else. It's kind of a waste of a credit if they run it now, but yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, I think we definitely should have considered this backwards. Like, the slot machine on HQ is good enough for our HQ pressure, while the toll booth, like, we will defend R&D. I think it was bad. How do you even psycho in this deck? You wait for them to go tag me, because sometimes they do. Sometimes they do go tag me, but we don't have hard hitting news, and I don't know if Close knows that or not. Even when they see this card, sometimes they're scared, right? Totally has the Hunting Grounds already. Yeah, okay, let's say that. Let's say we're playing around Hunting Grounds, just have a big code gate. Also, I put the toll booth inside the remote with the GF outside. Oh, there's a paperclip in the bin. That's worst case scenario. So that gets through this for 8 credits. That's still pretty hard. We do have a tech startup. All right, this is an interesting play. I don't think we have to pre-res the Bio Vault. I don't think, well, there's no interdiction, so it's just Councilman anymore, right? All right, so we can't res both of these, but a lot of our ice is cheap. Like, Toll Booth is the most expensive ice in our deck by a pretty big margin. They're up on 16 credits. They're looking for their pawn shop. Ooh, Hernando Cortez. There's going to be some pretty bad reses here. But we're going to go ahead and pop this. I don't know if we actually want to hold the daily quest for a while. Like, it's pretty awkward considering we can't jam the agenda, and our hand is now only agendas. Then we'll just do draw credit. Gold Farmer. HQ actually will draw some heat, So we'll res this. We need to defend this more, but now we can't really res HQ. Gold farm attacks matter less because they can get in with 0 credits. Yeah, so the idea is that the gold farmer, if you hit them with it early, right, like they lose credits, but if they have no credits when they're running this, like it's pretty bad. They also now know this is a biovault, but we don't really have a reason to res it. I guess we could if we want to play around Councilman. We're also on 11 credits, so Hernando is like pretty rough here. So clicking for credits actually might have been wrong. Like even if we just installed another ice, we'd be down at 9, and then we wouldn't be paying like 5 to res this. It probably was right to not click for credits there. Rob, what up? Titan is strong, but super powerful, awful to play with and against. It's not that bad. All right, we can res this for 9, putting us down on 3 credits, which is enough for Gold Farmer. This Oiler has, yeah, they'll lose a credit here. I think we'll res the toll booth. So we gain 1. It's not automated. I played against close in this deck. It's super cool. Yeah, I actually know this close list. I don't know it on hand. Let's see if they break it. It's kind of expensive. Oh, they do. Oh, okay. So now we res the Gold Farmer. So they can always like Palangi it into Oiler. The double Palangi makes the purge really good. We're on 0 credits though. This is really rough. We need to get this to live. We actually could consider biovaulting it, but it looks like we're just gonna end the run. So now the HQ pressure is alive and well, but they can't actually steal the Bologna. Forcing them through the toll booth more than once seems good. Yeah, this on the remote now is pretty good. So now it's just a 1 in 4 of bad. They hit the Gold Farmer. All right, so we'll get 3 credits. So we have another biovault here. So with 3 credits, we can res not the toll booth. I think we actually just purge. The Oiler is now a fair bit worse, a small bit worse. I think we just purge. We're not gonna be able to res that. Yeah, whatever. We'll purge 2 Palangis. I realized it wasn't live, so that was a response to if you played last weekend question from 5 minutes ago. Yo, YouTube is a bit behind, actually. I goofed that up. I forgot to change the latency settings. But yeah, Titan seems good. Titan was kind of like not as well representative in Europe as it was, Euro Africa as it was in APAC. But I think more people teched for it. When did that pronoun field? Yo, yeah, actually that's totally true. This pronoun field. Wait, I specified my pronouns. Did it not save? Yeah, you can now specify your pronouns, which is sick. This was, yeah, it says he, him. I don't know why that updated. That was added in, I don't know whether it was a planned feature, but it's really good for tournament support. Nisei's been doing a really good job giving us a list of like pronouns. So you know who you're playing with, what they'd prefer to be called, which is sick. Otherwise, I default they on everyone, but there's a lot of people that would like he on everyone, which is, not ideal. They have the pawn shop, so they're kind of set up. The problem is that we have the trash as the score, so it might have been a weird window to it. Please refresh your browser. It doesn't. Okay. Boy. Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's really, really, really cool. Yo, Nuts, how's it going? All right, what do we do here? Surveyor, obviously good on the remote. We don't have a Jinja just yet, but Surveyor on the remote means that next turn we can probably jam. If we do that, we can't click up Toll Booth. We could put another Biovault in this server, but if they get in, they trash everything. I think that's still fine, though. Yeah. This is pretty slow. You could build a second remote. I think, yeah, we could, but this is definitely a really good scoring remote. I think we want a second remote for daily quest. Like even just Gold Farmer daily quest is probably okay, right? Like if they run it, we gain 3 credits. No, 2 credits. They're up on 11. We do have a Drudge work. It might be an okay time to jam in Bologna. They have to run it twice, but we'll lose the second Biovault, which is a huge bummer. Do we just double Giants a Biovault, put another ice on it? Yeah, probably. Glacier. Good luck with that remote, my friend. Yo, Bane, how's it going? Yeah, pronouns. No, it's sweet. It's really cool. It really is. Jam the re-education first, I say. You think? This one doesn't do anything when we score it. It is defensive, though. The turntable won't matter in this matchup at all. So at least that's 2 influence that we don't have to play around. We have no 1-pointers. None of our abilities have like on score stuff. So yeah, we could jam this is safer in HQ. You're right. Okay. All right. I'll bite. That's a lot of 2s down there. So they're going to be on 15 credits. I don't think this list is on Rozeki's. So their money is, they're going to have to install. This remote's pretty secure. Yeah, this remote's sick. Even if we res the Surveyor, we should be good on this. We just have to worry about R&D pressure. It's mostly turning wheel at this point, but they have the credit lead. Now, the problem with the re-education is like I actually don't want to score the re-education. It's any number of cards to the bottom of R&D. Oh, we can flush their hand. Yeah, whatever. Let's try it. We won't have ice to protect HQ, but I've never scored this. Choose a card to put in the bottom of R&D. So the blacklist actually matters because they have paperclip. We could do blacklist into gold farmer, so we'll keep those two. So the dredge work kind of is good. I guess we'll get rid of the turnpike, the psychographics. The Bologna's fine. I just want to get rid of the cards from their hand. So if you score this, they have to get rid of the same number of cards to the bottom of their stack. So they just lose cards. So we're going to discard a card here no matter what. I like the blacklist gold farmer. The dredge work is cool if we draw too many agendas. Whatever, we'll risk it. Interesting. SSL scary. Glad to catch you streaming Bane, eh? Glad too. Fan side, they have one card in hand now. We did slow them down a wee bit. I need to add mine next time on. Yeah, I don't know why mine haven't updated. Maybe we do have to do a refresh. But we did add our pronouns. Closest thinking, again, they can always, beginning of turn, pop. We have 5 credits, which is not enough to protect the SSL. If they steal the SSL, it's kind of rough. I don't think they're on Ngolo, so like, you know what? Gold farming to blacklist actually might be just good enough, as long as we obviously keep the 3 credits. Broco, undoing the damage we did. And they got another fan site. Okay. So the question is, what do we like jam the daily quest? I think we just jammed the SSL. This seems good. Jam the DQ? I don't know. I don't want to jam the DQ because I think we're just going to score the SSL. And then we put the DQ in until we draw another agenda. Rob, what up? You did recon Jinja in the remote or R&D? Oh, you reckon? Yeah, I think Jinja maybe on R&D, but we haven't seen pressure. This remote seems pretty good. The biovaults we can use on any server. But like they're going to struggle to deal with the barriers. Triple Proco. We need money though. Like I think we can't even like credit IPO. They're on 21. Oh yeah, actually, well, the paperclip lockout is going to be dealt with Palangi, but they can't actually bring Palangis back as soon as they install a simulchip. Wait, they're not going to preemptively pull Palangi out, right? Because they have to trash a breaker. Oh, we're actually in an okay spot. I think they have one more Palangi. Yo, Cody, what's up? You playing this weekend? What's that scored agenda? Yo, Alex, that's a good question. It's a re-education. We scored it for tempo, and it actually kind of works cutely in this list of Jinja. It's only one of though. Prepping for this weekend? Nah, playing casually. I'm commentating largely. Entirely, in fact. You know what you're playing? I don't know if you want to spoil it. That's a second Oiler. There's a Palangi. Beans. So we have to purge through the Palangi. So once we purge this Palangi and then we do Gold Farmer into Blacklist, that's it. Well, where's the slot machine? Resource. If we actually get 3 counters on SSL, we'll look pretty happy. But they're going to break it for 1, so... we shouldn't have rezzed that. We could just IPO out. That was stupid. They're going to see 2 cards. Yeah, we shouldn't have rezzed that. That was really dumb. Trashing an NGO? Trashing 2 NGOs? Okay. We have purged. So it's a Palangi out. 2 more Palangis out. I think I'm just going to pre-res the blacklist. I don't think they can break barriers anymore. They'd have to pay through it, though. This is not a real end the run. Yeah, you're right, Parallel. This is not an end the run. I totally forgot about it. We shouldn't have res this here, because it could have just surprised them. And they're going to trash it anyways. Like, that was a stupid res. Yeah, that wasn't good, was it? We want to do that mid-run, so they know, like, oh, they got this far, and then we force them for 6. Yeah, they have simulchip. Of course, they do, but no, they can't use it. Because simulchip, obviously, this prevents anything coming after the heap. This is a really cool card. 2 gold farmer, don't they go for it? This they could go for. We'll be down to 2 credits. Like, we've made some interesting plays. This is gonna we'll get 2 credits back though, and they have to pay 6. They have to pay 9 for this. Yeah, and then we do put the. You're right. I think we do put the daily quest in there. They bounced. Interesting. They could go for the remote and flush out the bio vaults. They also probably think this is an agenda, right? Like, it's been a while we haven't scored it. The NGOs would have been okay. I think we would have just jammed them naked, though, which is obviously not ideal. Losing the Echo Chamber in HQ is the one bad hit. Or, I guess, the daily quest as well. Oh, balls. Oh, you can pay 6! Pay 6! My friend! Just an 8 credit swing. It's okay. You have 25 credits, Shaper. It's an efficient rig you got there, Shaper. You can also buy a vault to protect the blacklist. Yeah, I don't know how good that is, right? Like, they pay 8. I'd rather have it for the remote. Like, at the end of the day, if they spend their time doing this, they still have to get through, like, Surveyor, Toll Booth, Gold Farmer. I'd rather buy a vault that. Why? They didn't see it. Yeah. Oh, they thought they lost it, but they can just pay 6 to go through this. And we will gain 2. Yeah, we definitely shouldn't have read this. We should have waited for another window. Like, obviously it's a shame. Maybe not a total shame. It's only like $2 more expensive to get through Gold Farmer. Yeah, it's honestly not that bad. If we had a real end the run barrier here, and we don't have any in the deck, like IP block doesn't do it, Data Ward doesn't do it, it's kind of a bummer with Blacklist that we actually don't have end the runs. Oh, we gain 2. Now imagine if that Gold Farm was an Endless Eula. No, but Endless Eula is way better in this deck than Data Ward, right? Like, obviously, besides the Hernando Cortez problem, we could have got 6. They pay the same, but we gain more. All right. So now, no, they're just hitting into this to get their paperclip down. No risk, huh? And a simul chip. Oh, sorry, a harbinger from hand. We're just gonna end the run here. Let's get that installed. All right, so we're still far away from the IPO. Again, that slot machine res was a bit dodgy, but we'll probably jam the daily quest in here. It's still like 4 credits to get through it. We gain 2. They trashed us for 5. That's probably good enough. Ooh, Embolus is exactly what we want, but Archives is open, so it's not particularly great. We just want some annoying piece of ice there. If we put a Jinja here, I don't know how good it is. I think we'll just credit. We'll res this. Like, it's unfortunate we don't get money off of this all the time. Advanced events to SSL. I feel like I wanted just enough money for Surveyor, but yeah, I think you're right. Like, we could just jam the SSL up through 2 bio vaults and them only on 18. Yeah, I think you are right. Because when we score this, we get money, but we need at least 5. Advanced fence credit. Yeah, they probably would have done it. I wonder how good this as a Surveyor is. Like, they still have Palangi, obviously, and like Palangi plus Paperclip is silly. Or they're coming down. That's 4 strength. Code game for 0. We're running through slot machine. Event program. So Hushuk is coming up. We don't have border controls, but if they do Hushuk, we will probably just bio vault it. So they break for 1. Seems good. Why is it 1? Oh, because it's boost for 1. It's break for 0. Going HQ. Looks like a notoriety is popping off here, which will actually do them a lot. We can't res here. Gold Farmer. That's a good hit. They hit that earlier in the game. Oh, it's actually not. It's just turning go tokens. I thought it was actually a bio vault. I mean, a notoriety. All right, so we do have a daily quest score. If we do advanced events, we have to throw a card at here. So we could just do like hedge fund into IPO, or hedge fund, put this on R&D, IPO. The problem with this is like it's really bad for turning wheel. I think we just do advance. Get that lineup of 2s. They'll be on 19 credits at the start. Hernando now technically online. 10 credits is the worst part to be at because the Surveyor is now 7, putting us down to 3. But if they interact with us, we get money. Hopefully that's controlling the game to some extent. Let me just move my face. This like Glacier deck is actually pretty cool. NBN Glacier is fun. It does need to import a lot of support though. I wonder if Lacosta is better than Jinja. I would jam Lacosta in there a long time ago. And so far, even if we put Jinja in, we're not drawing ice. There's a Hushuk, that's fine. Event, program. So not another Hushuk for a bit. So we're gonna we're probably gonna buy vault that. So see what they break here. It's like 5 credits. Oh, unless they simul chip the Oiler back. That's only 1 credit. Simulchipped install program, so they trash something, but they've already trashed, what's it called? Oh shoot, they've already trashed a Harbinger, so they don't need to. So they can just trash, they can manually just like trash a Euler. Can't believe you're not playing the dupe. Can't refresh. All good. GameNet has been doing well in attorney season. Jinja isn't even needed. Yeah, Jinja's strange. Like, there's a lot of influence on that. I like Lacosta a lot on this list, considering we're on NGOs, obviously, and BioVaults. Oh, they're just paying 3. Okay. Or 5, excuse me, they are paying. So we're just going to BioVault this. Makes their remotes worse, but I don't know. That Hoochik seems really important. Yeah, I wonder if Lacosta, is Lacosta 2 or 3 influence? I feel like it might be 3. So maybe we play 2 Lacostas and get a slot back for like IPO or something. I like it if they ran the remote, right? Like it makes us use our SSL, and like we still are at ASOPs, or sorry, at Cortez money. Ooh, double daily. Looks like we're just gonna get this. It's 3. Okay, thank you. User, how's it going, by the way? Preemptive. I don't know if we need it. We have everything in our hand. We need to win. So we're still on the annoying Cortez. I didn't even realize what they fan sighted for. So we can throw out something here. I don't think we need the Jinja. It is something we can jam though. But I feel like we can just jam the Echo Chamber and put them on the remote. And then if they gets trashed, we could preemptive it, or maybe we even draw an agenda. And like that daily quest, just doing enough over there. Like, is this worth breaking? Like if they break this, we gain 2 credits. They have to spend 5. So it's a 7 credit swing. It's kind of a hard ask. If we res this, we go down to 1 credit. Well, 2 credits because it would fire. I feel like we don't want to do that. There's 1 bad hit here, but they could flush out a lot with Turning Wheel. They keep hitting that gold farmer. That's wild. Yeah, now they can flush out Echo Chamber. Preemptive. Okay. They're probably just doing this to get Turning Wheel for R&D. I don't even know if they need to flush out HQ. After they use Turning Wheels, like, we can always BioVault it if we really need to. Embolist, that probably trashed that for 2. You can slam Embolist to waste clicks. Yeah, we could. It's money though. Oh, they're not even trashing it. Yeah, they're just going R&D. Okay, interesting. We have what we need in our hand. We got a bit lucky that didn't get trashed there. So they're going to see what? 4 divided by 2 is 3 cards? Resource, resource, resource. Good stuff. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Let's see what they do. Obviously, they break it, right? They could even like simulchip if they want to, but I feel like they just pay 5 here. Oh, it's even more if they don't like, it's 7 if they don't like refresh an Euler and then Cyber Troop Talent kicks in. Wow, they're gonna break it. Or actually, they could just break. Maybe they could let us fire all subroutines, so we get 3 tokens. Haha! The winning agenda was there the whole time. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we do. You can use the Embolist res with Echo Chamber to get you below Hernando res. Yeah, you could. I don't know if it's worth it though. Like if we res Embolist to duck Surveyor, like we're paying the same tax. All right, unseen, unseen, unseen. They have a Bologna. That's a credit for us. That's worth remembering. They did spend 5 credits. They're down to 3. I feel like we 100% have it here. We'll take the money. Server 1. So they have to run this twice. This looks like the Embolist, right? We know the top couple cards in R&D are safe. Like I don't know what we do here. I don't want to do the preemptive because it shuffles the deck. The Echo Chamber is good enough. I guess we just data ward, right? Just to make the Surveyor stronger. Like that's probably good enough, but that looks like the Embolist. Right now it's like Rashida. There's only 1 Echo Chamber in the list, and they ran HQ a lot, but could have snuck through. So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like BioVault, yeah, like Fad says, is good enough. Yo, Art, how's it going? Amateur Art Adventures. What is everyone looking for about Continentals this weekend? I'm looking for a top tier play. It's been so fun to commentate, and then the meta is like, there's obviously known what's good. North America has a pretty good chance of like bringing something that people haven't seen before. But I'm excited for that. Also, like it's really fun to commentate with other people. The quality of the people that I've been able to commentate with, it's been a lot of fun. There's a lot to be excited about. It's also like all weekend, which is really good time zone for us. Oh, I meant they have 5 advanced that score the vault. Oh yeah, yeah, we can do that. That's another Hushuk. Resource, resource, resource. How do that keep happening? So they're gonna trash the Simo chip. I think we just buy a vault this one, right? I don't think we have to take a risk here. Because if they have a notoriety, we lose. Oh, it's an Ika coming down. Yeah, I feel like we will buy a vault this. This also shuffles our deck, which means that the turning wheel is really good. So I think we gotta have to stop this. You can vault the Noto. I feel like that is good too, right? Because they might get an agenda. They see like maybe 4 new cards, but then it shuffles the deck, and then they go back and dump their turning wheel in, and then probably win. With only 6 credits, like I guess they probably do have stim hack, but I don't know how they contest this remote. If they see the Embolist, they're gonna be pretty upset. Only 3 kicks left. They can go back into R&D after Hushik. Yeah, they totally can. Gold Farmer. They haven't seen the Embolist yet. This looks like the Embolist. They only have 2 clicks left. Andre, you should not run a casino with these slot machine fires. The house always wins, yo. Yeah, so they're just going to dump their tokens. There's a small chance they win here. Resource, resource, hardware. Okay, so just 2 subs. Again, it's only 1 credit for them, right? All right, so they can see 4. So we stopped 2 Hushiks. Like the buy ball was good enough. Nothing. 1 click left. Ugh. This deck is cool. Can only steal 1 Bologna though. Yeah, they can't steal 2 Bologna, so it'd have to be SSL Bologna for that to be win. We'll take the money. And we'll echo chamber out. Hey, good game. The bio vaults are my only I don't know how to spell Hushuk tech. Was really lucky to find 2 so early. I'll just show them what this is, because I don't know if they could have done the remote. So the data ward is really weird. We largely put it there. I don't know if we want to spend 10 credits resing this into Hernando, but largely that's there just to make the Surveyor stronger. Surveyor, it's a big sentry. Now they could always like Palangi paperclip through it, so it's only like what, 7 credits? Still a lot. Toll booth 8, 9, 10 credits, and they still have to break it. Maybe they could have reinstalled the Oiler and got through it for 1, so 11 credits. This is 12, 13, 14, 15, and if they run it twice, so like good luck. Let alone it uses the Palangi. That's cool. That's really cool. Yo, NBN Glacier's a thing. Yeah, I don't know what you do about Viavault. Councilman sort of works. They just pre-res them, and that doesn't change too much. You'd have to just res on your turn slots. Oh. How was no SMC? Didn't seem to matter. Councilman over for sure. For sure. Yeah, so this slot, this list had no SMC in it. I don't think it's missed that heavily. Like, we didn't go too quickly as opposed to some other games. There's no real clot threat, I don't think, in this deck because, well, actually could probably do mid-game clot threat. But, yeah, it's just like Artist Colony and then Fansite is probably good enough. Aaron Knight, see you on Saturday. Yo, good luck. See you on the weekend, huh? With 3x Oiler, 3 Palangi, and the Fansite Artist Colony plan, I really rarely need SMC. And that's like, if you play 3 Palangis, you just need whatever breaker to contest. I kind of like the no SMC plan. And that means that they're probably not running Stim Hack, because Stim Hack SMC is kind of like the big play to get a breaker down early and like no Ngolo. This could use a Hunting Grounds though. One credit for slot machine. It's no joke. That's cool. It's really cool, and we were pulling really well in the slot machine. Like normally that's just a nightmare if you can't deal with that. Like as a shaper, like, oh sorry, as an anarch, like that's really hard to deal with. But yeah, it's a cool list. Even this is like 4 credits if they really want to. Fernando was good though. I love breaking tour guide for nothing. Yeah, tour guide's really cool, right? Because on the turn it's installed, Oiler is all subroutines for 0. And so if you Palangi into Code Gate, you can get through on the turn you install your Oiler for 0. Like there's some really cool plays with the Oiler. Yeah, Hernando is really, really good. It's unfortunate that turntable doesn't do much, but I feel like in the meta there's still a lot of work turntable can do. Beth and Hernando, put that money heat, that pressure on. Super cool. All right. Yo, y'all, what do you want to do? Do you want to build Apex or do you want to try some other decks from the last weekend? Like, we could play Sunny. I don't know. Maybe people don't love that, but... The perfect crime. What do y'all want to do? I could jam another one of these NBN Glacier decks. Sunny seems too slow. Yo, Tataki, you say that, but like, look at this number. 3rd place at the Euro-African Continentals. I agree, though. It seems slow. All right, Apex. Not surprised. People want Apex. Asa ruins me. Yeah, that's really hard. Apex. Okay, sweet. I mean, I'm biased. Slee and Axme? And yeah. Honestly, like, this list isn't that good at it. Slee is interesting. We gotta play more Slee. 11 free installs. Yeah, the criminals, like, I don't know. Leela seems to have a better matchup against Asa than 419 does. Like, the money tax of the... I don't know how far it gets you, but Leela's good because at least if they score out, you can disrupt, like, a central. And you go after successful field test. So that's kind of nice, right? They single ice their servers. DDoS would have been so good against Asa lists, and then you play Apocalypse. Apocalypse is actually probably pretty good against those Asa lists. Acme Freedom. Yeah, I think we're gonna do Apex. Cheers. All right, APOC makes the Asa list really sad. It does. And like classically, people have been playing those lists for a while, and then that list was so weak to DDoS Apocalypse. Some of the lists, I think the ones that were doing well at Worlds or Euro Nationals last year were actually running Crisium Grid just because it's good with Asa, right? Because it's you can install Central Ace at the same time. But just because Apocalypse DDoS was so nuts. All right, let's try this out. Go. Weird place open Chrome. APOC doesn't do well versus Titan though. It actually doesn't do the worst, right? The thing is, like, APOC lists a lot of times they're also running Wanton Destruction, which is good. They're also running Stargate, which is good. But if you can flush like 3 ice off of Titan then has to ice up or push. Like, it's honestly not the worst. Especially if you have DDoS though, right? Like DDoS into Wanton against APOC was sick. I think you have to do like Boomerang into Wanton or something. You have to work a bit harder for it. But honestly, Apocalypse versus Titan, like, you have to draw well, but it's not awful because you do have a lot of disruption. Also, was good before the World's 19, but in check because of Anarch Apox. Yeah, that was one of the big hurts to it. Yo, Chris, how's it going? Good evening. How you doing? You've been watching Continentals? It's been a lot of fun. All right. Oh, yeah, we played Laramie. What is this stream? All right, here we go. I thought Laramie's ability was way better than it was. Laramie's ability is not that good. I thought we drew a card too. Why is that what Laramie says? Why is Laramie just letting the corp have more cards? How bad is that? All right, so I want to play Apex. We want to go full digital. Apex got some support, let alone cards are no longer restricted. I feel like the color of my skin is really bad when this is on a white screen as opposed to like a dark screen. Like, reasonable. I look like Violet. Who ate the blueberry? All right, so we're gonna Apex list. Honestly, Apocalypse is like the strongest Apex card and the reason to play Apex. We're playing Apex because Apex is fun, probably not because we're gonna do an Apocalypse. Maybe we'll put one in just to scare them. But we basically want to do whatever we can with Apex. Obviously Pawn Shop is no longer restricted, so that buys a bit of freedom with Apex. I don't know what we can capitalize on this, but I feel like we're gonna play Career Fair and go from that. We'll see how it goes. Martin says Laramie is one of my favorite runners. Playing with Flea he's cool. Laramie makes me wish we got him the Collective instead. Oh, I really don't wish that. Magnum Opus 3 times. The turns are so boring. Dark mode NRDB when? Oh, it doesn't exist, does it? Apex IBS Caesar virus. They can't do it. They'll resort to violence. True Ninja Needle. Is there actually a way to do virus Apex? Okay, so let's look at the Apex cards. Reboot, honestly, is a pretty strong card. It's only playable to mid to late game, but if you're running Pawn Shop, like, that's sick value. Prey is also pretty good with Reboot. Probably one of the better ice destruction cards in Apex if the installed cards don't matter, so whatever. Now, let's talk about Heartbeat. Don't know if we're going to play it. Obviously, very good against damage decks. Very, very good. But I'm feeling like we might be able to play a more impactful console. I don't know what that console is, but I feel like we can maybe play something. Yeah, Cody, I think we're going to do a simulator Pawn Shop and try and make that as fast as possible. What consoles could we play that are more interesting than Heartbeat? Because like Heartbeat's only good in certain matchups, and in other matchups is a dead card, and I feel like we want a console that's a bit better than that. Gravedigger, please? Maybe. Janky simulator combos? Yeah, totally. I don't know. if there's many other combos with a simulator besides like Boomerang and like non-virtual resources. Okay, so on the program side, we have Reaver. It's pretty good if you're running ChopBot. I think it's the draw engine, especially if you're running Pawn Shop. Like I think you do run Reaver. And I think, I don't know, do you actually like Reaver? Do you play Pawn Shop and Reaver? Patchwork works with Reboot. Oh, Patchwork's interesting. Do we have enough card draw? Yeah, probably. Probably don't need the help though. Makes it so you don't have to spend 7 on Amina for what it's worth. Oh, actually, that's fascinating. You're right. That's actually really true. Does Anacom interact with face downs? No, face down cards have no types, so unfortunately not. Jar, enjoy your dinner. Baba Yaga? Oh, we're going really deep into it. Apex can install Pawn Shop with DaVinci during a direct access run. Tansuke, yeah, I guess so. I guess you can. That's a lot of work, though. Okay, Reaver's good. Harbinger, yeah, whatever. It's an installable. You want to spend a click installing this not face down, though. It's pretty bad. Like, a click to get this down is part of just saying, like, F it, I'm going to put a face down. I don't know if Harbinger is playable. Do we, like, get DJ Fenris down? But if you flip DJ Fenris, you don't get it when installed, so that seems bad. Consume is an interesting card. We have to be trashing whenever you trash a corp card. So it doesn't work with Gravedigger. Stargate works. How other ways can we trash corp cards? Yeah, we can't play Fenris, and even if we assimilate it, we won't get it. Gachapon to get your assimilator? Yeah. Gachapon's pretty good. Gachapon's actually really good. Yeah, Gachapon's really good. No, he's not virtual. Yes, Reaver. Yeah. The question is Consume. Like, Consume is an economy card, and that's one of the biggest weaknesses in Apex, is Apex doesn't have inherent money outside of like all these like really, really slow drip cards. Hippo, Imp, Nob, Curie. Hippo's like 4 or 5 influence. Imp, Nob, Curie is more interesting, but I don't know whether we can get cheap runs. But I feel like Consume is so strong as an econ engine that it's definitely worth considering, and then eventually we'll pull it out because we can't support it. Nob, Curie plus Consume. How much influence is Nob Curie? Interestingly enough, like Nob Curie gives you the sort of MU where you can play Viruses and Endless Hunger. Drive-by, Paul-up. Those are not virtual. It's really hard to get those to work. Nob Curie is playable. It's very expensive. You could assimilate it though. 2 clicks for 5 credits and an install isn't the worst. I wonder if we can just play expensive stuff that we assimilate. Maybe that's the key here. Mika, what's up? This is the first time I missed Cyber Cypher. Yeah, right? It's a bummer. Can you love good Apex? No, it's not an installed card, let alone love good's not virtual, but yeah, I guess you can assimilate it. That's interesting. All right, resources, we got a couple options. Hunting Grounds is actually just like a fine card. We can play 2 of it. Even installing the top 3 cards of your stack face down isn't awful, especially with a simulator. Like, that actually might be like tempo. 3x Hyperdriver for tempo? Interesting. Jack Sinclair is a connection, right? Chopbot Wasteland, yeah, I think we're actually like, so, okay, so Wasteland is definitely playable. 2 credits for a virtual isn't amazing, but I think we're going to play Paladin Puemo to help a bit with this. If we get this installed for free with Gachapon, it's pretty okay, but I think we want to run Pawn Shop, so that's some influence. Now, if we run Pawn Shop, we're playing Assimilator. Now, Assimilator lets you turn one of your face-down cards face-up, so this allows us to play expensive cards and not play the real cost, which means, in theory, we can assimilate a security nexus for very, very cheap, right? Logos for hardware since Apex is slow. Unfortunately, Logos is like a really, really slow card. Like, Logos gives no tempo, it's expensive, it only works when you're losing. Like, it's not a speed card, I wouldn't say. As opposed to like Paragon and with DreamNet, like that's a lot faster. Assimilator seems so slow. No, I hear you out, but I feel like Assimilator is the one thing in Apex I haven't seen explored enough. And Assimilator is in theory like an economy card. If only we had something like Jeeves. Can you play Pawn Shop? The thing is you can't play Pawn Shop, but if we have Pawn Shop face down and we spend 2 clicks to assimilate it, we're okay. Now again, the issue with Pawn Shop is that it's slow. Like spending 2 clicks to flip a Pawn Shop over isn't amazing. But I do feel like we kind of need to do that. Like, I really want to Pawn Shop. Like, what can we assimilate that's the most expensive? Are you rich enough for Nexus? Probably not. Probably not. But, like, what can we assimilate that's really, really expensive? Yeah, I think, Timmy, we are going to play 3 Career Fair. Just because, also on top of that, like, we want to run 3 copies of DreamNet. How do you search virtual? What's subtype? Is it T? S? Yo, everybody knows this better than myself. How do you search subtype? S virtual? That didn't work though. Amina, yeah, Amina is kind of an idea. Monolith +1, monolith rotated, unfortunately. S, why is it not working? Do I have to put it in quotes? What am I doing wrong? Okay, cool. Fem is okay. The thing was, like, Fem is if we assimilate it, we don't get the install trigger, so it's not amazing. Remember when Logos saved your life last week? I think we lost every game where Logos fired. Oh, no, but you're right. I do remember when it saved our life. It was sick. All right, Turning Wheel's nice. Kasi String, probably not. DreamNet is really good. And with this, you kind of want aggression. I want to know what makes us run for free. You have to change tabs. Okay. Data folding is also fine. I think we do run 3 Gachapon, and then we run Career Fair. We have to remove cards from the game, though. Hopefully that's not that bad. Career Fair. Okay, we have 8 influence left. All right, now what's an in-faction killer? Nanotech. That's only 1 influence, right? All right, that's a breaker suite. We have no more influence here. Multiple Paladin? Oh, yeah, we want a Paladin. Ah, shit. Paladin Puemo. That's a lot of influence. Wait, this is worse than Rizeki. Why don't we just play Rizeki? Inversificator? That's interesting. Mass Driver is 8. We tried Mass Driver. It's really bad. It's just like way too expensive to use. 2 for Codegate Subroutine. Get lost. Yeah, this is gonna be an issue, right? Like, okay, so if we're playing Pawn Shop, that's really expensive and slow. We already had 48 cards though. How bad is this? Okay, obviously Apocalypse makes no sense. And Kuza, that's interesting. I think Paperclip's just better though, because we're not gonna have a big money. Harbinger is probably not worth it. Okay, what does this look like? Like, what does this draw like? I think it draws like no money. So our best opening hand is like Career Fair. Oh, this is actually like a fine hand. You'd gamble, you Career Fair for DreamNet, you'd run a Central, you drop once. You'd install Pawn Shop face down at the beginning of your turn. So then we'd run a Central. Oh, wow, that punished. We'd draw once. Oh, Consume doesn't do anything in our deck. Heartbeat? We could. I don't know. It's probably more about the MU at this point. I mean, you're not playing APOC though. No, we're definitely not. We have very expensive cards. How do you make money? Like, do you just run Rizekis and call it a day? Maybe Aesop's Pawn Shop is just not as good as like, yeah, as Chopbot. Yo, Andre, what's up? I feel like Chopbot. The thing is, like, Aesop's Pawn Shop is our Chopbot. So first we draw, second we draw. Obviously that's really bad. If we Gachapon here, we can assimilate for 3 credits. That's probably fine. I'd keep the Harbingers and cut 1 DreamNet, 1 Reaver. DreamNet's an amazing card. The ability to click and draw credit for the same run, like, it's so good. Yeah, I think Consume needs to go. Like, Consume is not doing anything in the list besides Prey. I am become Pawn Shop. Yeah, I think Consume needs to go. Reaver is more card draw, like, it's fine. Like, you Pawn Shop, you get more credits and you're good to go. Wasteland ×3 is a bit dodgy and slow. No, yeah, we're not trashing enough corp cards. Like, this is really good. Like, here you gamble, DreamNet, you run essentially, get a card and a credit. You would probably just Gachapon, fire it, hope for data folding. So here we would probably, we don't need to install a simulator. We have 1 in our hand, hoping for Career Fair, which we don't have. We have to shuffle Amina back in. So maybe we get rid of Reboot and we'd install, I don't know, Reaver. Then we'd probably do this, that. We would install this face down. Then we'd flip it. And then we're off to the races where we pawn and we draw 2 cards, getting credit. That's pretty fine. I mean, Faust Apex. Yo, Faust Apex isn't bad. It's just like we're going to run out of cards. But like, Faust is definitely fine. There's even a chance like Angolo is good enough just because it's flexible. Don't have MU for folding without Heartbeat. Oh, yeah, right. We need MU for this thing. 2 or more unused MU. That's going to be a huge issue. Yeah, with Reaver, that's a problem. Yeah, I think you're right. Data folding's hard. Data folding's pretty hard. Like, what's our rig? 1, 2, 3, 4 MU. So we could, in theory, play Rizekis. I feel like Rizeki is probably just good, but the influence has to come from somewhere. Is Pawn Shop bad? What is expensive that we can play? What's expensive that gets you money? Is there anything that's expensive and gets you money? Similar to Boomerang is not worth it. What is expensive? Cost greater than equal to 5. Greater than 4. Side runner. I want to assimilate value. Liberated. Yeah, that's not bad. Yo, Apex with Liberated sounds really cool. That's hilarious. It's blank? Oh, because the credits come on when you install it. Oh no, what a bummer. Okay, never mind. That was really cool for a second. Let's do full cards and sort by set or release date, excuse me. Same thing, right? We'll work backwards. Professional contacts? Similar to Proco. It's not bad. It's honestly not bad. Mockler, Crypsis, Gamble, Proco. Okay, Proco's up there. Dinosaurus. It's 2 influence. If we flip a Dinosaurus up, what do we put on Dinosaurus? To the Chronolondo. Wait, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Oh man, Liberated would have been so good. If you spend 2 clicks to install this for free, yeah, I'm in. Femme Fatale just isn't a good breaker. If you put Femme Fatale and Dinosaurus, maybe. Endless Hunger. Endless Hunger is free, right? Amino, so we got that part. Nob Kuri we could consider. But if we need Nob Kuri, we need virus support. We have to do like Palangi. Oh man. Magnum Opus unlimited power. Is there really nothing expensive that's worth installing? And Kusa's probably worth in Paperclip. 2 per subroutine we can't afford. Oh, the Falcons, please, no. Ooh, Cipher would be good. Even Maw like would be interesting, but I don't think we can afford it. Oh, what a bummer. Why are all the expensive cards bad? Why are all the expensive cards bad? Maw is 2 MU, okay. So now the data foldings kind of work. This, in theory, gives us legs against asset spam. But if we're not on, we have to be on Chopbot if we're not on, Amakua better than Career Fair? That's a good point. It probably is. Probably Faust is even better. Maybe Maw is a dream. Maybe you just play the stupid infraction thing. Nexus plus Sports Hopper for Link. Honestly, like flipping a Nexus would be sick. Nexus is only 2 influence, right? 3? 3. We could run 2 Nexi. We can't run Citadel Sanctuary unless we flip it, which is not great value. But like this hand is fine, right? Like draw once, sure gamble, draw again, data folding. Draw again, throw out a turning wheel. Draw. I take it back. We really need a chop bot or something. The mod's probably not worth the influence. How do you make money? How do you make money? Rachel's not in the game, unfortunately. I think Knob Curate Consume is your best bet, especially because you can run for DreamNet Knob Trigger. Yeah, you're right. That's not bad. That's honestly not bad. 3 seems like a lot. Is there any other virus support we could play? Hotels are nice with Career Fair. The problem is we can't play the hotel, and the hotel gets counters on install. So this is blank if you assimilate it. Sec testing? I feel like sec testing is only good if you can run cheaply. 3x consume and Acacia. Acacia is not good. Well, the thing like Acacia is like, do we spend a click to get double the money off of... I don't know. The dream is 3x Wasteland, Aesops, and Spy Cams. Wait, hold on. Oh, we can also play directives. Directives are actually pretty good. First time each turn you trash one of your install cards, gain credits. So you could do that with Spy Camera on the corpse turn. Swap Gacha for Chopbot. Gachapon's really good, but I think you're right. We do need Chopbot. This is technically a list. Yeah, Proco's honestly interesting. I think Proco's interesting. Tech Trader Wasteland Time. Tech Trader is also really hard. Like flipping over a 1-cost card feels dumb. Okay, let's see what this draw's like. I feel like we're kind of on an interesting plan here. Okay, that hand is butt. We'd mulligan to this. This is okay. Install DreamNet. Face down install Prey, right? No, the second DreamNet, of course. DreamNet, run central, card and credit. Okay, cool. Second we draw. Third we put down a chop bot. So we chop, which draws us a card. We would install face down a paperclip. We dirty laundry central, get a card. Draw once, probably play Wasteland and this. Our money's bad. Caddy's also really hard. Like, we have to get her down, we have to flip her. Then like, she's so slow that assimilating her is really, really slow. Timmy Kobe, that card is Endless Hunger, but it's 4 MU, so it requires a lot of support. Yo, call me card, what's up? Yeah, we cut Harbinger from the list though. Like, it's just not very good. Like, okay, this is what I don't like about Harbinger. Harbinger you can install. Actually, I think we do cut a Prey. No, we have 2 reboots, maybe not. So the problem with Harbinger, right, like, is it's a click to install. We have no click compression for installing cards. So if we do that, Rizeki would be good. I think we need Rizeki. Bin breakers allow you to install face down and discard with Endless Hunger until you're ready to install them. The thing is, like, even with Endless Hunger, I don't know how many end the runs there are in the modern meta. You can flip Harbinger back up to Dirtle more. Yeah, okay, so that's a problem, right? Like, it's a click to install Harbinger, so, and then that's 2 trashes. But you can install clicklessly and just get a free card from it. So you're trading a card for a credit, so you could just install any card. I don't know. I don't love Harbinger. I don't think it makes sense. Spray, what's up? What is click compression? As a serious question, sorry, I don't know if that was a joke or not, but as a serious question, click compression basically is like, in the game, you have only so many clicks. And you need to do the most value for your clicks or you're going to be behind your opponent, right? So the idea is like clicking for a credit is not good click compression, right? But then having a card like DreamNet where you make a run, get an access, draw a card and a credit, like that's good click compression. A card that would add click compression is something like Haley or anything that lets you free install, like Apex's ability in theory. Do we need more multi-access? In theory we do, but I don't know how we're going to put that in. Like, I feel like Apex is just going to struggle to do everything, just considering that they're very much on their back tentacle. Page Piper to feed the reboots. Page Piper is also not virtual. I don't think we need to feed. Turtle's interesting though. Serious, thanks. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's the idea of tempo comes up a lot in card games. The idea is that, like, if you play a card that does a lot for your board state, it's like a high tempo card, right? And there's a lot of really low tempo plays. Like, playing Wasteland is a low tempo play. In terms of what it does for the click, it's not good in the immediate. It doesn't put you that far ahead on the board, but in the late game it's good. So it's a low tempo play, but it's a good long economy play. And in the modern competitive meta, like, it's so tempo oriented. Like, decks are ramping up so quickly just because late game runners seem to be somewhat favored, but some of the Glacier builds are kind of turning that on their head. So like, that's a really low tempo play. In fact, most of our plays we have in Apex are pretty low tempo plays. We have a lot of 3 that are 1-ofs. The thing is, like, 1-ofs are fine in our Apex list just because, like, we install them for chaff. Like, I don't think we want to get rid of them, let alone Page Piper's like 6 influence for the package. Yute and Adori, since they benefit from ritual. Oh yeah, actually Adori's probably worth playing more than Nanotech. The issue is influence, right? Like, I want to play Adori. I want to play Adori. I want to play Rizeki, but, like, I don't know where the influence comes from. Gachapon seems so good. Spec work is an option. Spec work is not a good option. Like, we're good on card draw. This gains 3 credits and draw 2. Like, it's very comparable to Deuce's Wild. It's like not that far off. It's 2 credits more than Deuce's Wild. But you're right, this is probably better than Deuce's Wild. Maybe Gachapon isn't that good. Gachapon seems really good, right? Like, our deck wants to get down an assimilator stat. It's going to have a hard time finding their breakers. Like, there's so many good reasons why Gachapon is good. Gachapon does a lot for a single click. Like, a lot. Yeah, Gacha also, we can fire in the Corp turn to get Wasteland. Like, yeah, Gachapon is a lot of value. Like, that's a really high tempo card, right? Like, for 1 click, we get a look at 6 cards. We get rid of bad cards. We get install something on the table for tempo. And we can fire Wasteland. Like, in theory, that's really good tempo. It does a lot. Adori does seem really good. Yute is garbage. Well, not garbage. It's just not better than hopefully a free Amina. Did I open Adori or Yute? Adori is actually a really good breaker. Sound like you're about to say Gachapon fucks, but I can't say it on air. I think we can now. I think we actually can swear without getting pulled off air because I did the settings properly. Okay, I think we can try this. Obviously, like, this is gonna have some issues. A lot of issues. I feel like we just had some Rizekis, we'd be in a pretty good spot, but hopefully Consume goes far enough. This hand, what would you do? We would do like sure gamble, draw. I don't know, assimilator. Then we would free install this, then we'd flip it. So it's basically like 2 clicks. 1 was for 5 credits, 1 was installed. The assimilator seems actually pretty okay if you're flipping big stuff. right? Like you install it for free and then you spend 2 clicks to flip and install. So it's like a career fair, but you have to actually pay a click for the install and you save 5 credits. Like that's sick. I've struggled with Consume without Stargate. Oh yeah, the idea with Consume is we're playing Consume and Knob Curie for like a really slow garbage Desperado. But yeah, I believe it. -1 Chopbot and Nanotech for Adore. Chopbot is kind of our draw engine. We really need it. It's also our economy engine. Like this is a key piece of the deck. Just because this converts your face down installs into something better. I don't know. I want to see what neutral cards that we're missing. Just because neutral is probably the easiest thing to put in the deck. Well, that's a lot more than I thought it'd be. Is our collection up to date? Yeah, it looks like it. Wow, there's a lot of cards. Oh, I guess these are influence cards. Dirty Laundry, Injection Attack. Probably not worth a slot. Bass Install, Populist Rally. We don't have any CD cards, do we? Rejig. That's weird. We can't install. Rejig's kind of interesting. Because we can just rejig whatever's big and assimilated, but I feel like that's not going to do enough for us. In terms of hardware, not much we care about. Program. Ooh, Baba Yaga. And then resource, I think we went through it. It's only nothing that's flippable matters, right? Yeah, I feel like an okay spot. Chopbot's a crush? It might be. It might be. I just don't know how we get card draw. Like there's very little card draw in Apex. Digital Noodle. All right, let's goof up with people's training for Continentals. I don't think you have enough stuff to top. I don't think you have enough stuff to proc Consume ATM. Yeah, I don't think we do. I agree. That's going to be a weak spot. We're hoping that like Knob Curie is enough. I think ideally we would have one more card that has Knob Curie value. Actually, like Knob Curie is giving us a pretty good reason to run Amakua in the list. But Amakua plus Consume does provoke the Purge pretty heavily. Yeah, I think that's something we need to try, but I think you're right. Like we don't have enough for Knob Curie, let alone for Consume. And I feel like we should boost that. Like even just playing like a single Palangi would go pretty far because we're on Paperclip. That's probably worth doing, but let's see how bad this deck is first. Like the fact that we're obviously doing Knob Curie is MU helps a lot because we're on data folding, but it's yeah, not great. You take that back? What did I do? Yes. Oh, I think I kind of downtrodden on Apex a bit. Whoops. Knob Curie could be Rozeki. Yeah, but then we still need a console. I guess we can always play Apex console, which obviously like is huge against damage matchups, but I don't know. I feel like any matchup where you're tanking damage with Apex, you're probably losing it anyways, unless it's against like a combo meta where like just surviving the damage that's hard to interact with is very important. But like I feel like if you're ripping up your board state to survive lethal punitives, actually no, that's fine. You're right, that is actually okay. I feel like we're really weak to punitive. Like, how play against the outfit? How are we gonna get money? How are we gonna interact? It's impossible. Oh, Fad said it. Maybe I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe Apex isn't very good. The thing is, like, Apex is actually pretty close to like influence is such a big thing in Apex because Apex in faction has access to very few good things, like things that are just universally great. Outside of Apocalypse, like Apocalypse is the reason obviously to play Apex. But it doesn't work with a lot of other stuff. Assimilator, I don't know, it seems slow. Okay, it's a damage matchup. We don't have our console. This hand is garbage. Thanks, you too. Okay, this is really gonna be really rough. This is exactly where you play Heartbeat. We also don't have Stargate, so like our accesses on R&D and HQ have to be legitimate. So like that's kind of difficult. We're gonna mulligan. Hey, we have an early chop bot. Got it. Celebrity gift off the top. Yeah, this is I'm not happy. Engram Flesh, House of Knives, NGO, Neural EMP, Sting. Okay, so they got all the teeth, they got all the knives. So we know there's a House of Knives and a Sting in there. There's a what's it called? An Engram Flush in front of the central server. Do we want to install something face down? What do we pray in this matchup? Like Komainu? Yeah, I think we do pray Komainu. Don't you always face Techie when your deck is weak to it? Yeah, 100%. That's how it works. Tobo, how's it going? All right, so I think we can just set up. Oh, actually, we should have installed this face down. Can we do that? Is it too late? So this guy's carded out of our deck, which is bad, but I feel like Jateki doesn't grind you out as much as they just lethal you. Okay. Some money. Shop bot. Gotcha. And then beginning of turn, we'll install this face down. I think we'll pop this probably on the end of their turn. Like, it can get us a data folding for 1 credit, so that's good. Even just like a DreamNet would be fine. 21 credits though. Could he actually be a punitive list, but we haven't seen any big agendas. All right, Assimilator, Career Fair, Chop Bot. So we don't need the Chop Bot. Data folding, DreamNet, Wasteland. Okay. So wow, a lot of options. Wow, Gachpon's really strong when it's all digital. So Wasteland, not amazing. DreamNet, pretty good. It gives us a card draw when we run, so it's easier to interact with Jinteki. Data folding, Assimilator. I think we'll take the DreamNet. So 3 more cards back in our stack. So Assimilator is okay. Chop Bot we don't need. Folding is probably good enough. Wasteland or Career Fair. I feel like because we have the Chop Bot off, I'd rather have the Wasteland. All right, we lost 1 influence. Yo, Call Me Card, what's up? How is Netrunner these days? I haven't played in a couple of years. It's actually really good. These cards have been great. We're just in Continental seasons, and the decks have been pretty diverse and fun. Start turn. We'll Apex down a Consume. We'll Chop Bot the Consume. Draw a card. All right, and we have a Reaver, so now we can draw twice. So now we'll just run R&D. It's mad fun. Yeah, yo, ZF's Z spare. I'm just gonna say spare. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a Sting. All right, that's some damage. We lost our Prey and our Sure Gamble, so now their Sting does more damage. But that's on the board. If we access again here, we will die to Snare, so we're not gonna do that. We'll drop. We have an Assimilator, not too necessary yet, but we at least can Career Fair it down for a value. We'll draw down again, and we'll put down our Reaver. I don't know what we're actually gonna Chop Bot. I think we have to Chop Bot something though. This is good. Trash and installed cards. So like that's in theory Gachapon. Gachapon's really good. Is Tag Punishment still a big thing every game with CTM? Tag Punishment, like NBN actually has legitimate Glacier decks that can win without Tag Punishment. Controlling the Message is still a very strong deck. It has been ever since it came out. That really hasn't changed much. There's more tech against tags though. Criminals playing a lot of anti-tag tech with like Citadel Sanctuary, which is neutral. Anarchs have, or Shapers have options, but yeah, it's still strong. Matush, how's it going? Could you play earlier hours? 4:17 a.m. Yo, we'll be streaming a lot on the weekend, don't worry. Okay, I think we're gonna get rid of the Career Fair. And by Career Fair, I mean install it. By get rid of, I mean install it, and we'll chop it for 2 cards. All right, great. More commonly in the form of boom and high-profile target. Spare, I actually don't think that's true. Well, I don't know casually, but like I don't think the competitive CTM lists are on meat damage. I think they're more like tempo-based decks that are running like Jeeves and calibration testing, and then just like rushing a remote early, like team sponsorship stuff. All right, well we can run Archives. It's a card and a credit. All right, we have Consume. Which cards in our hand are valuable? It's a trick question. All of them. We know this is an Engram flush, so if they call resource, it's pretty bad. I honestly don't know how we're going to win here. We have to win off single accesses. At least they're not jamming anything. This could be anything, but we know this is an Engram flush. They have a lot of money. Unfortunately, we're going to play this matchup really slow, so our opponent's probably going to be upset. Draw once more. Prey. I don't know if that's going to go that far. Reboot would be pretty good. Reboot would be so good. Like if we played the actual in-faction console. Wasteland, that's our pawn shop. Okay. Get money on the table? Yeah, just this draw engine from Wasteland might be enough. So I guess we get rid of the Prey? I don't know. I feel like our face down cards are going to be used by Chop Bot more than they are going to be used by Prey. And so we pawn this for 2 cards and a credit. Like it's pretty good value. I just hope they don't ice up Archives. Is there any reason we need a simulator? No, it's only for value now. So we'll Apex this down. We will chop it. Reaver and Wasteland. Draw a card. We got a reboot. And we have another Gachapon. So if we fire this on the corpse turn, we get a credit. It's hard to get value. I don't think we have to do much. It's majority of tag punishment out of NBN right now. I can trash your resources and some of my ice is better. I don't know about that. Psycho is still pretty strong. Single advance, okay. I feel like Prey was kind of never worth it. You're always using the face downs for economy. Yeah, I kind of think the idea was like to reboot into the mid to late game, but I think you're onto something. Oh, fuck. We missed our Gachapon window. Whatever. All right, so it's either we install a simulator for 5 or we install Knob Curie for 5. This extra MU is actually pretty rough when it comes to Cortex Lock. But we're gonna lose these cards to damage. Prey and Devil Charm is nice. Oh yeah, you're right. Devil Charm is nice. It's a fair few influence though, isn't it? Installing cards face down is also a way to like not lose them to damage. This is awful. I don't know what we do here without Stargate. This is gonna be a really bad matchup. I regret playing Apex. All right, there's a Sting. That's what, 3 damage. We lost Consume. We can always pop this to draw a card, but I don't think there's any way we die here. We'll just pop this right now. Reaver, Wasteland, Credit. So we got Amina, Chopbot, Data Folding, Dreamnet, Hunting Grounds, the Turning Wheel. So Hunting Grounds is pretty sweet against specifically, I think only what's it called? Komainu. Oh, actually no. Hunting Grounds is really good against Engram Flush. No, this is worth installing. Shuffle 3 cards back. Amina has to go back. Dreamnet we don't need. Turning Wheel has to go back. And we'll take the Folding back. All right, so we only have 19 cards left. Beginning of turn. Oh, man, Reboot seems kind of good. We have enough money, right? Like, look how good we recovered from that. Ha ha! Oh, and Konjin, if they have it, you're right. Konjin, in theory. We'll run HQ. They'll res an Engram Flesh. Hopefully we'll Hunting Grounds it. We know this is an Engram Flesh. This is probably the House of Knives. But again, we have no breakers. We've just seen nothing, and we've drawn a fair bit. We're more than halfway through our deck. We could have, in theory, installed the Amina. They're not resing, so I guess there might actually be Obokatas in here. It's an early MP. Oh, well, shit. Boy, do I regret not playing Heartbeat. Card and credit off of that. I'll drop. It's another Hunting Grounds. Not unique. Honestly, would consider running 2. We'll go HQ once more. We've already ran once. It's an early MP. Good, 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 good. I think we'll play as few cards as we can get away with. Getting schadenfreude from watching people struggle to get the engine running. We got it running. I gotta score a House of Knives out, right? We're good to go. We just don't have breakers. Double ice on HQ. Okay, so we really need a nanotech. Even just an Angola would probably be fine in this list. Let's Apex down. I don't know. We don't need an assimilator anymore. But like our money is good. Oh, that's huge. Sick. All right, so DNA tracker is the bad thing. I'm assuming this is a House of Knives. I don't know why they slow rolled it. Maybe they have something in HQ. Oh, it is a DNA tracker. Uh-oh. Yeah, that fires. Whoops. Whoops. Well, we gotta run. So, we died to Junebug. We don't die to Fetal, but we don't have credits for Fetal. We'll still access. Ah, just an NGO. That's a bummer. We do get our Dreamnet, so what do we lose? Folding, Gamble, Hunting Grounds. I think the worst card there losing was the Folding. That's fine. Honestly, like I kind of want to reboot out, but like this easily, what barriers are they running besides maybe Envelope? But like we're at the end of our deck. We have no money. We just want to install this face down. We could lose this to Neural. If we lose this to Neural, we lose the game. Oh no, then we could reboot it out. If there's a code gate here, we lose the game. They actually could be on Arc Lockdown. We still have a Paperclip and 11 cards, but like we just don't have enough cards. I don't think we're going to be able to win this. How much damage did we take? Some? Oh man, we break this for 4. How sick is that? Like look at that. Take clicks, assimilator. Oh! 2 clicks, install for 7. That shit's good. Now Obokata's 5 damage. We obviously can't run that. We can make them lose a credit. So Nanotech, what else? We have a Paperclip left. Like we just don't have enough things. Reboot's actually really good. Like it gets us back into I think we can wait a turn. It gets us back into wait, did we lose both our consoles? Oh, we have one more console. Obokata? Okay, couldn't steal that. That's fine. Take clicks. Yeah, I don't think we want to draw anymore. Honestly, our Dreamnet's gonna like be an issue. Oh fuck, we turned off data folding. Shit, we need an upgrade. Oh, we're gonna draw ourselves to death. Yeah, we really need Heartbeat, huh? Yeah, I don't think we have enough cards to win. I don't even think Reboot's worth playing. But we'll try it. If we hit a barrier here, we're going to be so upset. Yeah, we can save influence by taking out the Knob Curie. Oh, it's an Anansi. We can't break that, can we? No, of course not. So how much is this? I wonder if flipping boomerangs is actually worth it. Is flipping boomerangs worth it? There's no way. Can you chop bot the Dream Net? Oh yeah, you're totally right. We can chop bot the Dream Net. So we're not going to die. Reboot Knob Curie? Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good point. We can reboot stuff that we just want to install. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We have to pay 2 credits, otherwise we do die. And we have to drop a bit because if they have double neural, we'll lose. I'm pretty sure they know that we're not on the console, considering we've seen a Knob Curie. So we can reboot stuff that we can flip. So in theory, we'll just pick the cards we can flip. We won't pick events. So we'll do like Hunting Grounds, Knob Curie. Like in theory, there's some really cool value here with a simulator reboot. Obviously, like if we could play Liberated, how sick would that econ engine be? Unfortunately, it obviously doesn't work. It's on install. So 3 credits. I don't know what they can res on Centrals. Cortex Lock, I guess, is still kind of 4 credits for us to break. And once we put down our Knob Curie, it's even harder. Yeah, I think this deck is like, all these Jinteki decks obviously are pretty weak to Stargate. I feel like we do need better multi-axis than just like 2 Hunting Grounds. I think we have to put a Hunting Grounds back on the table, right? Oh, I haven't lost one yet. Oh, it's all good. Hey, no worries. So we'll reboot some stuff. But man, yeah, this card abstractly is really cool. I wonder if out of faction if that's good, but I guess that's already 10 credits, 10 influence to start, so that seems awful. But maybe you can aggressively Apocalypse. The problem is like rebuilding your board from a simulator after you Apocalypse. That seems like a nightmare. So Rebirth 3 sheer gamble for 27? You can't do that. This just flips cards. Doesn't play them. Are there any cards which get better by not having the install trigger? Oh, actually, that's an interesting question. There used to be. It used to be a Cyber Cipher, but that rotated. I think the only one right now is Boomerang. Because Boomerang lets you pick an ice, but if you don't have an ice picked, you actually can use Boomerang on anything. But the problem is like assimilating a Boomerang is 2 clicks to flip a Boomerang. Like it's not that much better than just like installing a Gabali. And like Apex can run Gabali and everything else. We have to draw a card here or we'll die. In theory, do we die to anything here? I don't think so. 5 cards to install. We do flip these cards over though. I think we should be able to see them. So will Knob Curie, we actually probably want to sell our Reaver at some point. So definitely Knob Curie. We'll do another Hunting Grounds. That seems cute. I guess we just do installables. Data folding, why not? Wasteland's not gonna get that much value. Consume? I don't know. Consume? Alright, so we died a double neural. So I think we draw once here. So I send Boomerang and Lucky Charm and Paul up. No, but Lucky Charm is not install on HQ. It's only pop after HQ. So I think Lucky Charm doesn't count. But Paul up does. Alright, we drew it. I thought Cyber Cyber just wouldn't work because there's no Chisen's River. No, it totally works. Same with Boomerang. At least last I heard. The Campfire Snare. So we could run R&D. If we hit Fetal AI, we're in a bad spot. I think even if we hit Sting, we lose. If we run Last Click, we'll take a tag if we hit a snare, but they can't fire snare. So I think we go HQ. I don't know if they can res for 3. But like, we can't break anything. If that's a Cortex Lock, we could lose. This Engram, I don't think they want to res. It's a Neural. Okay, wow, we knew that. I wish we had a Turning Wheel soon. The Aphelios Bagbiter. You don't say. Alright, well they have money again. And we're going to struggle to interact with them. Alright, do we want to trash one of these cards? Yeah, probably. Which one's bad? The second Consume? All right, we only have 8 more hit points, and we are 1 point. So Obokata is 5, and then we can't steal a second Obokata. So I would call us unfavored. If they can fast advance out a Flawed Entanglement, like I think we should just concede. I don't know what we do here. The best case scenario is they can't res stuff, and we just like turning wheel check out. So I think we're gonna go ahead and just assimilate our Knob Kari. So we do have the data foldings going. We'll install a turning wheel. I think we just credit. Next turn we can install the paperclip face down and pawn it, or like chop bot it. But again, like we just lost 2 hit points, and we probably have to steal an Obokata. They just install advance, and Obokata. I don't think we have a chance. Wow, they have so much money. They could even be on punitive, but I don't think we've seen any influence. And we know they're on neural too, right? Chop. There's that 2 credit drip we so badly miss. Yeah, we don't have to do anything. They're not doing anything. But the longer we wait, the closer they are to scoring out an Obokata. So I think we have to interact next turn. But next turn we'll have 11 credits. Take that. We can run your DNA tracker for not a lot. Oh man, I think we do have to actually sell the DreamNet. Nah. We draw the last card, we're fine. Could you simulate a chameleon and have it break any ice? I don't think so. I think chameleon doesn't have a type until you claim one, which is only on install. Yeah, so it wouldn't have a name subtype, so no, chameleon doesn't work. We either chop it or it fires. Let it fire. Oh no, it's better if we chop. No, it's the same. All right, let's go in. With a Wii Cyber Trooper friend? Yeah, it's not that much better than installing it. Like, assimilating is 2 clicks. It's basically a click to save too. It's not the worst, but it's already clunky, right? Obokata. If we steal that, we die to double neural, but we have to steal it. Otherwise, they'll score it. So if they have double neural, we lose. We can no longer interact against snare. Okay, so how do we possibly win? If we hit a sting, we die. If we hit a fetal, we die. We can't. We can't. Bring back Aesops into the list? All right, my friends. We have to hit a future perfect because we died a neural. We have to hit a future perfect and steal it, or an SSL, but that's not in their deck. There's no way we win. Anansi. We go HQ here. They have a neural. We lose. Imp? Yeah, Imp actually would be really cool with Knob Kari. It's just like another 3 influence. Like our Knob Kari is totally garbage in this whole deck. Like they don't have to do anything here. Yeah, good game. No heartbeat. Good thing we spent 6 influence on this. Philotic for the win? No, Philotic wouldn't even do it. Yeah, all right. So we had no heartbeat against the damage matchup. Heartbeat would have been really good. It would have slowed us down. The problem is like with Obokata, you have to take the damage anyways, but at least the neurals would become dead. The stings would become dead. The House of Knives would be dead. Oh, cheers. Or damaging barrier? We have paperclip and heap. We'll be fine. But like we know they have neural. Streaming right now? Yeah. Knob only gets 2 credits a turn, lol. Yeah, it's pretty bad. We can install it for free though. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's not good. How can we? There's no good way to get super value out of a simulator. Like the Mina was sick. Actually, thanks for the game. Hey, cool. We were not far off, but we got pretty lucky. I think we got Stargate down would be good. Okay, we have to address this. The commentary was consistently great. Oh, thank you. Really enjoyed the Canadian Club Power Hour towards the end of day 1. It was getting pretty rowdy out there, but at least we can make red-green references in amongst friends. But okay, we obviously have to change this. Yo, okay, so how bad is this? Let's talk about it. Consumes, not doing anything. Knob Curie, not doing anything. Gachapon, 9 out of 10. Pretty good. Maple Leaf. All right, so that's bad. What did we say that we would change? There were so many good ideas. Now, Imp looks a lot worse. Stargate is again, pretty hard because we're on data folding. Oh, so many things are so hard. Amakua is like cute. Obviously, Amakua is pretty good. It's good with the Knob Curie. If you don't trash anything, you get 2 counters. But now we're in a weird spot. Nanotech is pretty rough, but there's no better Sentry Breaker. Oh, are we giving up on Apex after 1 game? That sounds terrible. How do you use 25 influence? Rizeki? The thing is, like, is Rizeki better than DreamNet? I mean, data folding, probably. Check out Pumego's list from Euro Nats. Okay. Maybe Heartbeat? Yeah, Heartbeat seemed fine. I don't know whether there's a console that's worth spending influence on. Assimilate Security Nexus? We were thinking about that. We just don't have the link to support it. But, like, we could play Sports Hopper, but at that point, like, saving 8 by paying a 5, like, it's not better than Sunny. But I don't think we're better than anything here. Pumigo. Bring back Aesops? Is Aesops that bad? Bad Pirate Haley. Whoa, is Pumigo just Apex? Oh yeah, Pumigo was on stream. Okay, let's see. This is not our meta. It has cash in it. Why does it have cash in it? What tournament was this? It's a store champ with cash in 2019. Wait, that adds up, doesn't it? No, 2019 had it. So Ute, Nanotech, Corroder. So that's a lot less influence. We're spending a lot of influence on Amina just to use our assimilator. Turning Wheel, Wasteland. Cute. Chopbot, Heartbeat. Prey. All right, so multi-axis, literally a single turning wheel. Already not a great start from me. There's dozens of us. Harbinger, yeah, I'm not in love with Harbinger, but Reaver, Rizeki, SMC. So again, like, this does nothing. Wow, this is 12th at his store champs. 41 players. Wow. How? Maybe she didn't publish 2020. Yeah, maybe she didn't. But this has no multi-axis besides a single turning wheel, which is obviously, like, pretty dodgy. Endless Hunger too. Like, I just don't know how much that does in the meta. Like, in the last matchup we played, Endless Hunger would be entirely dead. Obviously, Heartbeat does some work there, but, like, there's no end the runs. Okay, so this is maybe, let's see what else is modern for Halo. I really don't want to stop playing Apex after a single game. Cards use invasive predator. Okay, Pexes that won't flex. All right, that's 2020. Maximum profits 2020. Bad Pirate Hate. Oh, this is April 21st, 2020. Okay, so we have some 2020s. Too bad we can't assimilate Rachel Beckman anymore. Yeah, that's cute. All right, Triple Logic Bomb for 15 influence. Definitely a very strong card. Is it comparable to Gabali and Kangamato? I'd argue, yeah. We're going to assimilate some boomerangs, but at the end of the day, you don't need to assimilate them. Like, they're just still boomerangs. Sports Hopper is expensive for 3 card draw. I don't think we can use the link. Hunting Grounds, Turning Wheel, Wasteland, Reaver, Consume, Endless Hunger. So this can only break Endless Hunger besides Boomerang, which makes me think it's probably a bit rough. Oh, and Logic Bomb, of course. We can't recur Logic Bombs. So I don't know what we do here. Have multiple options for your console. Just Chopbot if you want to swap it out. Ooh, that's cute. I like that. I can publish my Fast Skateboard deck. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, this is Maximum Profits. This is on Pawn Shop Assimilator. So what the similar idea? It's on Gachapon. We got 2 Black Orchestra, which you could play Adore. Nanotech actually could just be a single copy of Adore, not Ute. Corroder could be a single copy of Paperclip. We're in Misdirection, which if you want to deal with tags, you could also just play No One Home, which is interesting. I'd recommend Turntable and Heartbeat. I could see playing a single turntable. It's matchup dependent, though. Sports Hopper is extra value from Reaver Wasteland. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is very true. So Wasteland's just like a slow card. It's like a bad Rizeki. Unless you're trashing stuff on the other turn. It's not influence too. Using the low influence 6 of cards that let you do things like Exclusive Party. I've seen Exclusive Party in Apex. The problem is, like, Exclusive Party is not good early, so I guess you just install it face down. But later, it's value. The thing is, like, Apex doesn't need card draw as much as Apex needs money. Sports Type extra value. Whoa, what about, oh no, we can't play Tech Writer, of course, unless we assimilate it, but that's like aggressively slow. But like this seems fine. It's not running Chopbot, so the face down cards are actually used for prey. It has 3x reboot. Oh no, it pawn shops them, excuse me. So this is on pawn shop. I feel like we could try this list. I feel like we could turn Orchestra into a single Amina. We could do Corroder into a single Paperclip and Nanotech into an Adori, and then just have more slots. Maybe we even save an influence somewhere. I'll drop the misdirection that we even run Amakua or Faust or something. I think you could do Faust with what's it called? But again, at the end of the day, like this only has a turning wheel, it has no multi-axis, like no Stargate. That's such a bummer. Ugh. That's the biggest issue with Apex. How do you get multi-axis? Okay, wait, Apex can Hushuk. I feel like Hushuk is probably one of the easier multi-axis to get into Apex. Hushuk has not a lot of influence. It's 2. I don't know how to spell Hushuk. Hopefully it helps me out here. I'm gonna start guessing. If you're off foldings, is there Stargate influence? There might be. Misdirection's coming out, you can put in more wheels. Yeah, we could put in 1 more wheel for sure, but like that's not enough. 2 wheels is not enough. Especially because we can't afford to run cheaply. Like turning wheels is in that deck is dependent on them like putting end the run somewhere and not being able to res or centralize. I feel like Hushuk is a very interesting start. Like I don't know whether we can support it, but like this is aggressive multi-axis that the deck wants. So let's see. Can we run a Hushuk here? Simulator is 5. No. Folding is 3. DreamNet is 3. Hunting Grounds is 2, 2, 2. Amakua is a 3. Consume is a 2, and Reaver is a 2. So Hushuk 2 is technically possible. We could add Rizekis in that too if we'd like to. That's not the worst. So that's an option. Do face downs count for zeros? No, face down cards have no text, like nothing. They're totally blank. Besides them being cards, there's no other information assigned to the cards. I'm not hating on Hushuk right here. Yo, Jogging, what's up? How do you make Apex work? All right, so this is a 2020 list, but it's not in standard format. It's using DDoS, which is obviously a very strong Apex list if you're on Apocalypse. So unfortunately, this is not going to count. Labor Rights also is recursion that we could in theory play if assimilating recursion isn't enough with reboot. Huh. 3 Turtle, 3 Data Sucker, 3 Spec Work, DreamNet. Whoa, that's aggressive. We can't do everything with Turtle. Can we just do like 3 Turtle, Angolo, and Boomerang and call it a day? Yeah, Jogging just wrote Boomerang. That's fascinating. Okay, let's just make some sacrifices. Chopbot is good, but maybe DreamNet's good enough. I don't know. Chopbot seems pretty good. Assimilator is now useless. Yeah, we don't need Assimilator. Makers. Oh yeah, Makers is also technically possible. But maybe we can do Hushuk better than Makers. But Makers is probably just fine. It's the same influence though. All right, so this is 2 Hyperdriver, 2 Harbinger, Faust, 3 Faust. That's a lot of Fausts. What else we got? Independent Thinking. Wait, did I see this list? We played against this list, didn't we? Reboot, Sure Gamble, Prey, Injection Attack. Yo, why Injection Attack? Injection could be any card with Faust, right? Like giving Faust 2 strength is the same as throwing a card out. Right? Yeah, we played against this. Definitely do. Pro Epic Strat, take out the non-APOC card and play different ID. Yo, Fad, not even. 2 Deep Server. Oh, it's for the full run. Okay, yeah, right on. I thought it was only for a single encounter for some reason. Okay, I see that being slightly better. But you can also run a Data Sucker, I guess. So neutralize all threats is an interesting inclusion. I feel like if you want to keep this around, the other one's better. Like I feel like Find the Truth is probably just a stronger card. 2 Hunting Grounds, 3 DreamNet, 3 Assimilator. Yeah, DreamNet seems really good with Faust. This is also definitely an option. Single Breaker plus Logos. Logos is not like Logos doesn't do anything. Like Apex has enough card draw. Like there's no single card in Apex that you're like waiting to draw. And if it's Breakers, like you can do other stuff. I don't even know how much influence Logos is. Logos is 4. Hand size? I don't know. FTT telegraphs? But what are you worried about not telegraphing? Like it's Apex. Oh, 3 Faust because it's an Apocalypse list. Oh, right on. 3 Apox, 3 Turtles, 3 Suckers. Yeah, I kind of like that. I wonder how worse that is against Faust. We also could run Contaminate. Okay, let's try something really aggressive. Like really aggressive. Now Consume actually works. If you Apocalypse with a Consume on the board, it'll get all the counters. And then you'd have to like flip it and then purge. So obviously that's very slow. Spec work is also very interesting. Okay, let's try something. Prey. We're on Apocalypse. We don't need it. This card is probably not necessary. Gamble's probably fine. Chopbot. I'm not 100% sold. Yeah, Gachapon is interesting. Heartbeat we don't need. So if we want to be as aggressive as possible, so definitely DreamNet. Hunter Grounds is probably fine. Turning Wheel. We could probably play Stargate. Wasteland. I don't know. Yeah, Sucker. Okay, how can we make this as aggressive as possible? So Amakua, we can't boost the strength with any of the conventional stuff. Like Takobi doesn't work. That's too slow. Dinosaurus doesn't work. We can definitely run Boomerang. Yo, Ludmilla, how's it going? It's been a while. Turtle cries when they lock Centrals and Purge. Yeah, so we could like run Contaminate. Right? Like we can run Contaminate. We could run Boomerang. We actually could run like one Paperclip, one Black Orchestra, like whatever. We could do that stuff. Makers, Boomerang. Well, we're already at the end of the line. Maybe we don't need Gachapon. I'd rather play 2 Stargates than Makers. Yeah, feels better. Deuces? Would Imp be good? I don't know. I don't think so. Imp and Amakua like really provokes a purge. Oh wait, no, we didn't want Deuces. We wanted the other thing. What's it called? Imp. I'm glad you're able to catch the stream while you're live. It's been a while. Yeah, it has been. Yo, it's been, like the fact that we streamed so much on the weekend and then we were streaming like not in the week. I don't know. It felt weird. It felt like we hadn't streamed in a long time. What's the twist on this Apex list you're building? It's aggressive, but also it's just Apex, and we're struggling to get Apex to work. It's been hard. Wait. What is it called? There's that card called Spec Work. Yeah. Spec Work. Unfortunately, that's all our influence. Unless we like don't play Paperclip. Acep's on a stick. This is already 31 cards. Okay, well, this is not great, but this is technically a list. And now we have no influence, so we can only play garbage neutral cards and Apex cards. Contaminate not worth it? What else do we do? Like when they purge, what do we do? What do we do when they purge? Independent thinking is better? Injection attack? Yeah, injection attack. That's a neutral we should consider. I feel like Contaminate Injection Attack, we're good to Apocalypse off. I feel like that's okay. But what are other neutral cards we can play? Like, I feel okay about this package. The Paperclip's also obviously not necessary. We're like 1 influence short of getting an Ngolo in there. Inside Job. Is Inside Job better than Boomerang? Influence-wise says no. So now we have to play neutral cards. Like 1 Contaminate, maybe 2. Yeah, 3 is a lot, right? Like 3 definitely is a lot. But we need to get our Contaminate going. Boom is better, yeah. Oh, then Inside Job? I could see it. Dirty Laundry. Yeah, we have it. We have Dirty Laundry. We can't play Deuces. Can't play Current. Peace in Our Time. It's neat. Our money's going to be really tight. Corporate Defector? Why? I ran like 2 at Worlds. 2 Injection Attack? Rejig doesn't do anything. It refreshes our Stargate. Rejig refreshes our Stargate. Yeah. One of. We're gonna run out of cards. Like we might as well do this. Like we have to. I guess like we're gonna start playing absolute trash cards here. Maybe we do play a Faust. Like 3 piece. It's 3 influence. We can't do it. Like maybe we don't play Paperclip. So what are we weak for? For Amaku, we directly have Hunting Grounds to do IP block. We can maybe not play Paperclip. Ngolo instead of Paperclip and 1 Contaminate. I feel like this is good. And then we just cut like one contaminate. Like that's okay, right? Play a Faust. Angolo. Yeah, we probably don't have the money for Angola actually. But put peace in. The thing is, if they have peace, they'll be able to res their ice. Is that not an issue for Amakua? Because we could play one Faust and like 2 pieces. We still need 9 more cards that are no influence. Like we have so few options. What is Specwork doing? Specwork is trashing one of our free installed our face down cards for 3 credits and draw 2. It also lets us like, I don't know, we can't really install anything from the bin, but it seems okay. Corporate defector? We can't. It's non-virtual. Like there's so few things we can play. Can you play Citadel? No. Specwork only hits programs? Wait, really? Oh fuck. Yo, Specwork is garbage. Yeah, thank you. Oh, this is not pawn shop on a stick. We have to play Harbinger? That's bad. That's 2 clicks for 2 cards and 3 credits. Are we actually, I guess we have to play Harbinger, right? Just because we don't have cards. And then I guess we do play, like, if we don't have the influence for the MU for it, we'll play the console. Yeah, the console's actually important, right? Because we could take net damage during the run. So we'll play the console. And then we can play Endless Hunger. All right, so we'll play 2 Heartbeat, and then we can play at least like 2 Endless Hunger. I don't know. Sometimes that's good. So I guess we're playing Harbinger. We only need 2 more cards. Oh man, this list is gonna have some issues. We have literally no way of this is not an AI, right? Yeah, we have no way of dealing with triple advanced Whoredom. Oh, Boomerang, never mind. Swordsman, that's not popular. Brain Cage? Can you play Pad Tap? Comic Clips, yeah, totally. Also, how's it going? Specwork was not right. This is not virtual either. Pad Tap is a physical thing. Just 2 more cards. Okay, I guess we just play like... there's nothing worth playing. Prey? Specwork for independent thinking. Oh yeah, wait, we have to cut these. Why? Independent thinking is not good unless you play Reboot. Why is independent thinking even good? We just trade 1 card for 1 card. Excuse me? Why is that good? Brain Cage isn't good. We don't need hand size. Post-apocalypse draw? Oh, yeah, right. No, that is sick. Yeah, that's pretty good. Turning Wheel? Chop out instead of Specwork? Chop out's a bit slow. Like, we're going to apocalypse our board. 2 chop, 3 piece. Do we really want chop? Oh, yeah, chop does let us recover. But isn't independent thinking just better than Chopbot? I would think so. I really would think so. Independent thinking draws 10? Nah, it draws 5. We don't have directives. Is independent stronger than deuces? Yeah, I think so. Our money doesn't go too far, but the idea is that like independent thinking, you could trash face down cards. So it's just like draw 5 with no cost. Deuces is like conditional, but deuces is actually pretty good with Amakua. I think you're right about that. Why Harbinger if no Specwork? That's a good point. We don't need this anymore. Thank you. Yo, Ubi, what's up? Yeah, tuning in Apex just because 100% always on the money. There's no good reason. You need money bad. 3-piece 2 thinking. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with that. But we still have 5 slots left with no influence. And we're also playing rejig. Like, obviously, we're playing some garbage. We're going to rejig a Stargate. It's going to be sick. We can rejig Boomerangs. Value. Brain Cage, why? Wait, can Brain Cage be prevented? Oh, I guess so. It's not good. Like, this doesn't do anything for a game plan. Good for Faust? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay. Like, at this point, we just start playing things like Quanju. I don't know. If you don't play Endless Hunger, can you play data folding? The problem is, like, we're meant to be an aggressive apocalypse board, so I don't think we want to set up data folding. Plywood. How's it going, though? Buffer drive is interesting. Reboot for heartbeat fodder. Yeah, like Reboot's probably a card we play, but I think we probably play Prey more than Heartbeat. Like maybe we do 2 Prey, I don't know, and then a Reboot or some combination. then we probably cut the rejig. It's amazing how much less flexible Apex turns out to be than either Adam or Sunny. The thing is, like, Adam and Sunny have things in faction that let them deal with ice. Like, the directives are really strong. Logic bomb is really strong. Like, you're good. Sunny has her own breakers and money and everything. Apex has nothing. So no cast, too slow. Oh, we can't. We can only install virtual resources. So the resources is very, very hard. Okay, we're almost there. I think we can just cut the rejig. So Prey is like mediocre. Prey Boomerang is fine. Similarity isn't bad after Apocalypse. 1, 2 seems reasonable. But like, what do we want to flip up? Like, Assimilator goes against our independent thinking play. All these events make me wish we were actually Anacom. We'll be fine. We don't have a lot of card draw actually for Faust, unless we independent thinking. Shit. Okay, we can cut one card here. The rejig is obviously one of the worst. This is a list, right? This is aggressive Apex. Let's see what it draws like. History. Some changes. Okay, here. Opening hand. Piece. Easy. Easy piece. Draw. Amakua. Dirty Laundry Archives. Run again. Yeah, this list is more interesting than the last. You're Amakua? Yeah, but we have 3 of them. You're right, it might not be the worst just to hold an assimilator. Yeah, it gives us some flexibility. It gives us flexibility. Game. Yeah, you're totally right that we lost that game. We dirty laundried after a piece. Yeah, that's a game loss. Well, that was a fast one. Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, hopefully that's the worst card. Drug dealer. Unfortunately, Matish, we can't play non-virtual resources. You can make Brain Cage a one of. Yeah, yeah. Brain Cage is fine as a one of, and then we can play 2 Prey. I don't know. Seems fine. Okay, this opening hand. This is fine. Sure Gamble. Stop it. Sure Gamble. DreamNet. Run Central. Draw. Yeah, we need Amakua stat. Draw. Dirty Laundry. Nice. Data Sucker? I don't know. That provokes attention. Game lost in our time. Yeah, this seems okay, right? I don't know about that, but like, this is definitely a more interesting list. This is an aggressive digital needle. Please save the deck. Thank you. Off to the races. Let's go. Let's run into a Crisium grid and a border control on Central. I know everyone in chat's going to snipe this shit. All right. I wonder what our Apex win rate is on this channel. It's probably abysmal. Here we go. I don't know, guys. I think Apex character might be top tier. Signing off. Wish you luck and be watching the VOD. Thank you, user. Runner. Okay, let's give it a shot. No Crisium. No Crisium. No Crisium. No Crisium. No Crisium. If you're just tuning in, by the way, how's it going? We're gonna be doing some work on the Continentals this weekend, so hopefully you drop by. It starts at 11 Central, which is 12 Eastern. For those in who know what the Atlantic Ocean kind of looks like. On this side, you know, the west side of the Atlantic Ocean. I guess, is there a west on the map? Well, Western is a thing. Yo, what up, Dajin? Anyways, so do check that out. No, it's my normal deck with Crit and Transfer Monopoly. Yeah, that I am. That means that they're not sniping. Like, you say that because this is just your Crisium list, right? Theories this deck can win a game, and that's something. Yeah, this deck can win a game. NBN. Fuck. Don't have Chopbot to clear tags. Peace will help us, but Apocalypse is pretty good against CTM. The problem is us dying. The good thing about Apocalypse, if we keep in hand like a fucking console, we might be fine. Ooh, me too. Amaku is also pretty easy to get counters against CTM, but IP block's going to be a bit of a worry. Yo, Frank, how's it going? Oh, we should have played Turntable? Yeah, we'll be fine. Let's get some money so we can interact with Bologna at some point. Opening hand, Endless Hunger, end the runs. I honestly don't know if they're running any. Besides maybe an Enigma. Maybe a Toll Booth. But Tour Guide, I don't know. This list doesn't run a lot of end the runs. Like, IP block isn't an end the run. Gold Farmer isn't an end the run. Like, just end the runs don't exist on a lot of cards. We want a piece in our opening hand. We got a piece Dreamnet, so we can get a game lost turn 1. That's pretty good stuff. They score an Ares early. Stargate's going to be a nightmare. This deck's really good against corps that don't take any actions. Oh boy. Needed 3 deuces. Yeah, deuces is actually worth considering, not only for the card draw, but also because it does give Amakua counters. Like, I think deuces is definitely worth looking at. Just jamming out. Wow, 9 credits. Okay, so I think we definitely do have to piece and just set up, but there's not too much to set up. I think we do piece, draw. Thanks. Oh, thanks, you too. Gotta say good luck, have fun. So we'll piece. If this is like an AREs, it's pretty bad. Rashida's pretty bad, but we know it's iced, so commercial bankers group is, I guess, not a thing. I think we can install this face down. I don't know if the end runs are gonna matter. So we'll do piece. We can draw up once. Just get some central pressure. That's probably good enough. APOC turn 1, let's go. Yeah, we could. We could have. Honestly, APOC turn 1 there is not the worst. I didn't check if Diogene mulliganed. They kept. So the chance of them have hard-hitting news punish is a bit higher. But our opening was honestly not ass against controlling the message. The problem is, oh, it's Rashida. The problem is against Apocalypse, right? Like hard-hitting news, or even the CTM trace is like legitimate because we do trash cards. But we're okay. Like, we access a central server, get a data sucker token, card, and credit. We even have Stargate if we just want to plop Stargate down and like just keep ice off the top of their deck. We'd be down on what, 7 credits? It's not the worst. Go Stargate 1 indie thinking for you. Ooh, that's probably fine, right? Like, what is that? If it's an MVT, it's fine. We don't access it with Stargate. If it's a price tag, it's fine. We don't access it for Stargate. Crisium is the worst case. And if anyone's playing CTM Crisium, yeah, we'll rage quit. It'll be fine. It's probably MVT or price tag though, right? Calibration testing. You can't do essentials. And this is an installed corp card. So even, fuck. They know. They know what we're up to. Stop icing your centrals. That's really weird. 3 ice CTM. This might be an interesting list. So we'll just run archives, card and credit, data sucker token, good stuff. Heartbeat. That don't matter. We want to keep this in hand until we go tag me. And we do have the Apocalypse, so we actually want to poke centrals. And before every ice is just ETRs. Yeah, we have another one though. We'll get it back. But we need an Amaku or a fast stat. This is also a list that could be running wraparound, which is going to be a problem for us. I guess we can always boomerang it. Wow, do they have money? I've never seen a CTM 21 credits, no assets, 26 credits. I don't know what this list is. This actually might be Glacier. Like, this could legitimately be a Crisium. I'm running HQ. They can boost an IP block all they want. They only have 2 cards in it. And there's probably an agenda here, agenda on the table. Yeah, that's fine. It's an IP block. We'll pay 3. They'll probably pay more on it. But like, we get a credit back, so paying 3 is not that bad. I wonder if they spend money on IP block trace. It's really weird, right? They spend a lot of money into it. Like, we just clear the tag anyways. It robs us from an Axis and a Dreamnet, so it's kind of worth it. Like 5. So here we basically can pay 4 credits for an Axis and a card. So we're paying 5, right? We get a credit back, so it's like paying 4. I think we do it. We save a click. We save 2 clicks so we get a free card draw. Like, this is not the worst. Stop icing your centrals. NAPD cordon. Oh wow, that's spicy. I don't think we care about this. Click 2, run R&D, click 3, run archives, click 4 Apocalypse. Yeah, I think we can try it. The problem is, like, this is an MVT or a price sec. We're in a pretty bad spot. I don't know if we want to hit R&D. Like, this is more likely an MVT or a price sec. But we could Apocalypse them. Because they have the cordon, it's more likely on 5-3, so I think we can wait a turn for them to start, like, slamming the advance button. And if they don't score our next turn, we'll piece them. Prey is a bit hard to play in this matchup. We actually probably should have ran server 1. I think that server 1 was a pretty fine run. I don't think we care about this NAVD cordon. Andre now. We'll Apocalypse them. Yeah, we definitely should have ran server 1. But it looks like we're going to get our piece off, which is pretty okay. We'll be up on some money. But like, they're going to double ice centrals. The CTM deck is not what we expected. It's not like the meta CTM decks. If the NAPD cordon doesn't show you. So maybe they're also running like red herrings. Like, that's fun. Discarding cards hurts as Apex. That's not the end of the world. Like, we'll reboot these back. But Prey's hard to play against CTM. The Trace fires. And like, what ice is low strength? I guess Gold Farmer is, but ideally we Apocalypse them. These Preys are just kind of like card 44 or whatever. Indie thing into Chopbot I think is the best draw for Apex. Holy fuck. So it's an NABD Cordon. Again, like just shit everywhere. So if we want to steal something here, it's only gonna be 4 extra credits. Again, we said that wasn't a problem, right? Counterpoint, is MVT actually that bad? You lose 5 credits and take a tag, big deal. The hand is NPD Cordon unknown. Yeah, Cordy, that's a good point. I'm more worried about, like, I don't know if it's a price tag, it's not that bad. But like the fact that they're playing Cordon, like either that's a Beal or an Ares, but I would assume it's a 5-3, so we want to wait for them to double advance something. I think we'll just piece here so we can trace through things pretty easily, but we're not gonna get our DreamNet fire. Now Amakua plus I don't know. Do we Amakua into an IP block? That seems bad. Right? Like we do have central pressure here. Do we just credit? We can't run. Hopefully they score out something. Yeah, that might be Ares. I don't know. I'm assuming if they're playing this, like, isn't the sync rerouting even better? Sync rerouting is better than Cordon on this board state. I hope it's not Ares. If it's Ares, we're in a really bad spot. Yeah, it's not. It's a 5-2. Can you scroll the chat? Oh yeah, totally. Thank you. So this is where we Apocalypse. So we could always run archives first. No, we'll run R&D first. So again, now this is 8 credits to score. So at least if it's a Bologna or something, it's fine. It's a toll booth. Okay. So we're gonna need a boomerang, my friends. I think we can just do Amakua run archives. As long as we get this up to enough counters, it's fine, but like now this is a legitimate threat. I don't care about the tag. We'll flip the tag. They're on both lockdowns and only drew the Cordon? Yeah, they could be. They could be. Look at that ETR. Yeah, we could have hunting grounds this. You're totally right. We just can't hunting grounds this. So if they score out here, unless it's a sandbox, like it's probably Bologna. Yeah, that's fine. So now we're threatening the Apocalypse. Right? Like we run archives. We go through this. CVS would be bad. All right, it's 3 strength, 4 credits. Hopefully we blow them up. Economic warfare. Okay, so they're trying to boom us. That's okay. We do have one of these in hand. It's a virtual tour. We have to trash that. Controlling the message will give us a tag. Still think we have enough. We're going to take another tag. Actually, we could get boomed right here. We could lose if they have boom. Trace 7. Yeah, we're probably just going to get boomed here. If they have the boom, like they only have 4 cards and we have a chance of hitting it. If we hit consulting visit, we're in a pretty bad spot. How many tags do we care? Hold on. So if we break this, we're at 10. If we lose 5, we're at 5. Yeah, we can actually afford to break both of them, right? 9, we lose 5, we're at 4. Yeah. So if it's another MVT. The worst part here is that this is a prize sec and it snipes our Apocalypse or our Heartbeat. Gene Splicer. Fuck. Credit. Perfect. We have 2 tags that we could die to boom. We also have no money, so like we have to do 3 credits into Heartbeat. At least we played around the economic warfare, am I right? Yeah, this is a strange CTM deck for sure. So the simulator is actually kind of cute, right? Because if they don't purge, we can flip over at Amakua with 3 counters on it. Isn't that fun? It looks like we're safe. No, the issue is we don't have any money. So we didn't get boomed this turn. The chance of us having to install Heartbeat here is like pretty low, but if we install DreamNet, they probably just trash it. So whatever, we'll do this. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough money to interact. Obviously hitting like 2 MVTs is the worst case scenario outside of Crisium, right? Like that was 10 credits. If we played a run event that we didn't have to access, like any replacement effect, which Apex doesn't have any besides archives, like we've been okay. But my plan now is actually just to get Stargate down. But with 28 credits, they can res the upper echelon of ice. So boom, we can do currently 9 damage. Oh, that's good. So we want to dirty laundry into Stargate. If we don't run this turn, though, they can economic warfare us. So I think we're going to do next turn. We're going to dirty laundry here. They score an agenda out here. They're obviously on game point, but I don't know. I think we dirty laundry because if we interact here, they'll just economic warfare us for value. We won't get the Stargate down. I don't know if I agree with the HQ run here. We can afford to relax for a minute, right? I don't know. Like, we've hit 1 MVT, and they're probably going to purge next turn because they have nothing to do. So I don't know whether we can relax. You're right, though. If they purge, Archives is still open. But, like, I think we were hoping that there was a price deck on HQ, which we don't care about. Like, we wouldn't have paid 3. MVT is the worst case. I guess Crisium 2 would be really bad. But yeah, Corey, I think you're kind of right. I just think, like, because they've scored their agenda, they would have purged. Like, ideally, the best case to Apocalypse is when they have the blown end of the table. But they're definitely on a meat damage plan, so this heartbeat is going to do some work. Ah, fuck. They keep getting it right when they need it. So now the Stargate's dead. They have 28 credits. So we're going to just start interacting, but like the agenda is definitely here. They can trash this if they want to. We're never going to clear the tags, though. Wait, do we have Chop on this list? No. Yeah, this is really rough. Can't imagine them purge unless they have cyber decks. That turn they should have purged though. Like the last turn, like we had 6 virus counters, 7 virus counters, and they don't have to do anything. Like they definitely purge. Now getting this down would be good, but they definitely just trash it. So I think we're just going to have to click to draw. Here we can't even steal Bologna. There's the economic warfare, so we're going to lose our credits. So we want to offshore them. Assimilator, they're also trash too, but in theory that's sick. We could clear some credits. Man, if they have double economic warfare in a really, really bad spot, I think we need to clear the credits, the tags. Oh, that's so bad. Because if we install a simulator, they trash it. We need Chopbot? Yeah, we need Chopbot. Deuces would also help us clear tags if we really wanted to. You're not Freedom, and you don't have a simulator as far as I know, so your virus counters don't actually do anything. No, we can flip it. Alright, so they need double economic warfare here, but I think they still economic warfare us. Yeah, this is rough. Oh, Nanako just came in. Hey, little cat. Sorry you're meowing. I can't really play with you now. I can't play with you now. I'm sorry. You can come hang out here. We're going to die soon. Oh, they do have double. That was the worst case scenario. Because we could have always installed something but then the tags. So, like, at least they don't do anything for a turn. Oh, that could be Kali testing or the last MBT. Hey, Nana. So, like, I don't know what we do here. Like, we don't win this, do we? Like, I thought this would be an acid CTM, and against an acid CTM, we're okay, right? But like, you don't see Toll Booth Central, hedge fund, double MVT Centrals. I guess Apex is different, but like Gene Splicer, I don't know what's going on here. What's the worst if we run server 2? I don't think much. Yeah, that's fine. We don't. It's an if able, right? Yeah. So they just spent 8. That's fine. This is okay. So going tag me is going to be an issue. Chopbot obviously here would have been so good. Reboot doesn't do much. Actually, Reboot gives us like protection. It also lets us pray, but we lost 2 prays so far. Well, 1 pray so far. Jokes on them, we don't have 3 credits. Big brain plays. If we run R&D, like the worst case, what do we have? 1 more piece? What's the worst case? Raven's fine. Raven would go tag me. I don't know if we have the time to clear the tags. Ugh, this is pretty bad. Apex problems where we're not really doing anything. Oh, okay, cool. Triple advance? Beal? Alright, they're on game point. And if that's a Kali testing, we could just lose here. Boomerang could get through that, but that doesn't do enough. I feel like we just have to hit R&D here. We could do credit and simulator, flip for Amakua. Yeah, fuck it, that's good. Oh wait, that's not right. Whoa! Whoa! Wait, how much money should we have had? So we start with 4. We're a credit. We install the simulator. So we should be at 2 clicks, 0 credits. That's right. And then we'll assimilate over the Amakua. All right. We're back in the game, my friends. If they don't purge or trash the simulator, we'll assimilate the data sucker. And even if they purge, like, we'll just assimilate a data sucker and we'll feel okay about it. That's kind of a cool thing about assimilators. If we can get this down, everything's free. I'm kidding. We'll probably lose this turn. So mind you, they're on 12 influence. We've seen so far 4, 5, 6. So we've seen half their influence. Yeah, we could reboot, assimilate Endless Hunger, run. We don't have the credits. I don't think we can make credits and be able to run through Toll Booth, so we just lose to Beal. But they have to have exactly Beal. Because this end the run, like, we don't have a hunting grounds, do we? No. Ooh, wait, we could assimilate Endless Hunger. No, that's too much clicks. Oh, it's a sync rerouting. We don't care. So they're running all the lockdowns. Like, we'll just go tag me. It doesn't matter. Like, they win with Psycho anyways. So this is where they can install a card face down just to flip it. Like, we can install DreamNet just to flip it. And on R&D. But, like, they probably win in the remote anyways. I think we do it. I don't think we have a chance. Oh, clickless DreamNet. That was basically like a career fair plus. I'm kidding. It was worse than career fair. All right, well, off to the races. We'll take a tag. Another sync rerouting, 3 to trash. We have a contaminate. We're just gonna go HQ again. Take a tag. So at some point we have to worry about a high profile target. We know they have 2 sync reroutings in their hand. So this again, we don't have the clicks to run, let alone the 3 credits. You already have a DreamNet face down? Oh, yeah, we do. Well, whatever. That keeps another card face down, which helps with the heartbeat. But that's good game. Oh, no, it's not. It's not good game. This one doesn't matter, does it? Wait, don't we just click 3, run this remote? Or no, we run HQ first. If that's Ash, I'll lose my mind. That's wild. Gene Splicer. We're not going to trash that. That doesn't help them win. Gene Splicer is really weird in this list. Like, they're not on only 3-pointers. Oh, that's Bologna, right? We can't steal Bologna. There's no way to do this. I'll just hope for no Bologna. The chance of this being no Bologna, yeah, that's definitely Bologna, but we have to run it. Is it the 3rd Gene Splicer? Yeah, we have to run it. Like, what else do we do? We have no other way to win. This is our only way to potentially win. Assimilate Endless Hunger, run? That only saves us 1 credit. And DreamNet's good running HQ. It's red herrings. We called that too. So it doesn't even have to be it. To Bologna. 10 to steal, no thanks. Good game. Yeah, we don't have a chance. We literally have no chance. The good thing is, like, we were pretty hard to boom. But yeah, that's pretty bad. You have to assume it's not Bologna, otherwise you just lose. Oh, actually, that's totally true. Like, you're right. If that's not Bologna, like, if it's Bologna, we lose. If it's not Bologna, we probably still lose. Yeah, that wasn't close. 3 chop, 3 deuces, no contaminate or indie thinking. At that point, should we just cut Faust too, though? Yeah, if that was a CTM that went wide, I think we'd be okay. I wonder how they capitalized on the tags too. We didn't see any punishment, but maybe they have a boom somewhere. Okay, back to the drawing board again. And again, playing with a single game and then, you know, changing your deck based on it's stupid. Or 1 Stargate? I love Stargate. I feel like opening with Stargate there could have just been good enough. What's going on here? Uh-oh. I guess we can always just edit it here. 1 more game? Yeah, maybe we'll do 1 more game with this. I want to do 1 more game like this, and then we'll make changes. Because aggressive list looked good, but like 2 MVT was kind of the nuts there. 2 MVT was really bad. Yeah. Yo, thanks for the game too. That was obviously really rough. My first Apex game, I dropped a daily cast. Wait, you played a daily cast, Sam? Oof. Oof. Yeah, Apex just needs some, I don't know. You need a way to make money. At some point you did have crowdfunding. That's pretty good. More money draws the outfit. Okay, so this is obviously going to be rough because we can't interact because we don't have good money and we're not particularly fast. So we need an Amakua stat, but the biggest issue is that, ooh, I'm already regretting it. Yeah, we need big money stat because like we can't interact with Tithonium. We can't interact with, what's it called? With Trebuchet. Like it's 5 strength and 8 strength. Like I don't think this is possible. I don't think we should be playing Apex. Peace in Our Time is okay. DreamNet is okay. Heartbeat is good against like Punitive. This opening hand could be worse. But like we'd mulligan for an Amakua. I just don't know if that's enough. Too cool. 2-5 Opus. Not too bad. I did. My opponent had to point it out. Whoops. Oh no, my list. Yeah, and then you sneakily put that liberated accounts back somewhere. I guess we can keep this. Chop and Imp. Chop is good. I don't think Imp is that good. Like, what are we doing? Central accesses? We don't care. Oh, we can apocalypse this list. So I don't know what this is about. Obviously, this is wild, but I think we need a Peace in Our Time anyways. Whatever. How bad could this be for us? What is this? Rashida into something? Imp would have won you the last game? No, it wouldn't. Why would it have? Because we can imp an agenda? Can't score below if it's in Garbo? Yeah, but you need imp exactly at that point. Like, I don't know if that lines up. All right, we have DreamNet pressure. It's not enough. Like, we want Amakua Data Sucker. Faust Stevens very difficult in this matchup. I don't know. That's such an edge case. Like, we're not getting value runs. Like, imp is, we can't even like recur imp in any meaningful way besides like assimilating it. All right. Let's get some runs here. We can't steal SSL, or sorry, SDS. Oh, hard-hitting news. Okay, well, that's no surprise there. So one of these could be reversed accounts, which they could dedication ceremony. But I think we have to play like we have no other option. Border control. Okay, that's obviously a problem. Well, that's a pretty bad draw. Another Rashida. Okay, we could have trashed that for 1. They just jammed out 2 Rashidas. Did they mulligan? They mulligan, so maybe their hand is awful. But they Rashida twice. Like, running HQ is probably pretty good. Thing is, as soon as they steal an agenda, I think we just slam down Heartbeat and we're okay. That's probably border control and R&D, and then our game plan is off. Or they could have put border control on server 4. Maybe that's just like a mouseless. Border control says ETR. That's 1. Yeah, that is 1. Even like fuck, Bulwark doesn't say ETR on it. Bulwark does not say ETR. We'll actually install this face down just to make sure our heartbeat's okay. Arc lockdown? That shouldn't matter. Hunting Grounds doesn't do anything in the matchup unless they're on Raven. This is so bad. Punitive. Okay, that's good to know. Putting face downs matters. So this is not particularly good. Heartbeat's good. Endless Hunger is definitely important enough. It feels like Injection Attack is probably one of the worst ones. I don't know. Simulator is probably pretty hard to use. Want to see the third Rashida? Whoa! It was actually 3 Rashidas. 3 Rashidas on the table, turn 1. I do wish Endless Hunger let you break any subroutine that can end the run. Yeah, Corey, if it was worded more like, what's it called? Lucky Charm, it would be way better. How are you going to punitive brain cage? That's a good point. I feel like we just play this. We're fine. Hedge fund. Still no bad publicity. Not that we can use it. This feels so bad. This feels so rough. So reversed. Yeah, we have to trash that. So they're definitely on dedication. This actually could be another one. It's like we could just lose our money. Like if they have a dedication, they dedication reverse into hard hitting news, and it's basically not, well, it's not GG because of heartbeat, but like that's the problem with heartbeat. Like, oh cool, you didn't die, but also you have no money and no cards installed. Apex is making me salty. Uh-oh. We see one card here. What was it? Oh, the Arc Lockdown. Yeah, that makes sense. Second sucker. Why do you do this to you? Because we have such good ideas. We're like, you know, not playing Apex and then thinking like, oh, Apex actually has some interesting cards. Like, there's a draw engine here. Ooh, probably an SSL. Yeah, I don't know. It always happens. It's like every once in a while, I think Builder of Nations is going to be fun, and then I play it. Like, this is going to be such a grind. Like, do we just concede? Do we heartbeat and then just endless hunger run the remote? Like, we can't even break Bulwark. Trebuchet's going to eat us. Like, there's literally nothing we can do. Play through the salt, let it consume you. There's nothing we can do. We have no meaningful way to interact. Like, Amakua Contaminate is our best case scenario here. Prey technically is okay against border control. Three can chop, 3 deuces, no contaminate, or infi thinking. I don't think any of that would have changed this matchup. Like, chop and deuces don't help you here. Like, you just can't interact with the ice suite. Like, Amakua just doesn't do it. And Faust doesn't do it. Independent thing is actually pretty good if you're playing Faust. We do have boomerangs. Alright. They're not scoring. Is that a 15 credit reversed accounts? Oh boy. Or are they just like punitive goading us? What is this? What's going on here? How does Prey interact with Data Sucker? It doesn't. Because once during the run when you pass a piece of ice, and once you pass the piece of ice, Data Sucker no longer lowers its strength. So it doesn't work. I don't know if this is government takeover. This actually just might be reversed accounts. Considering they jammed one naked. I don't know. I don't think it's government takeover. It could be. You're right, it could be. And then we just steal it and punitive, but I don't know how we get in here. I think it's less likely to be government takeover. Cool. Good turn. Maybe we should just face check. Like, Trebuchet's not too bad. Yeah, there you go. Reverse accounts. At least we didn't run, but like we're on 2 credits. We might as well just concede here. We played what? 2 pieces? 2 pieces. Yeah, not government. Yeah, we're going to concede. No, we haven't played Aesops yet, but Aesops still won't do it. We'll face check. Well, I'm gonna face check some ice and then probably concede. They have hard hitting news. Like, running is not a good idea unless actually we install everything face down and then like heartbeat through everything. Oh, this is so painful. I'm never gonna do this to myself again. Oh, this is an APOC version? Yeah. That Urs made? It's not Urs's deck. We looked at Urs's deck, right? Oh, now our DB is down. Uh-oh. HQ, I don't know. We're gonna get hard hitting news now. Too much Bruin, way too much Bruin. Alright, that doesn't end the run. We can win. If we lose our dream net to this net damage, I'm gonna lose my mind. Alright, endless hunger. Cool, cool, cool. Boom! Got him! Damn, we're good. I guess we have to put this down now, right? Safe. Heartbeat through Bulwark. It's a hostile slow roll. That's fine. We get a bad pub. We can't use it. Hard hitting news. There you go. Good. We have 1 credit. Honestly, the Endless Hunger might have been worth playing here. Like, we would have trashed the Data Sucker. Losing the Endless Hunger is a bit rough. And we need to keep as many face down cards. So we're going to install more face down cards. So we're going to install down, I think, the Simulator. I think that's unplayable. So we need to see what all this ice is. Apex is pretty bad. Yeah, Truther, it's pretty rough. The meta is very fast. It's a bulwark, okay. So at least we choose what card we want to trash here, so we can just trash our garbage. But at the end of, like, this is not an end the run subroutine. Like, what can we do? We have no way of interacting with this. Besides Amakua with like a lot of support. Trebuchet is gonna be really bad too. If Trebuchet fires our heartbeat, we lose the game. So like we just have to not hit a Trebuchet somewhere. Oh, Engram Flush. That's fine. That's not damage, interestingly enough. Like, we can't cancel that. They just call it event here, right? Yeah. So we lose the Apocalypse and probably the Independent Thinking. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. So they see our whole hand. A lot of events in there. So we lose Apocalypse, of course. And we lost the Prey. Interesting. Oh, Boomerang. Sick. So in theory, we can do Stargate Boomerang for a single. But we need to Boomerang this as well. Like, we need 2 Boomerangs. Now, let's say we just get boomed. We did trash 1 boom, but Archive Memories, this could be a thing. Oh, this is actually probably the... Oh, man, there's an Engram Flush in here. This is the winning list. Oh, yeah, this is the list that won Euros. Or yeah, the Euro Africans. Like, oh boy, we're pretty bad spot. Boomerang for APOC. We need 2 boomerangs. Yeah, this is an uphill fight. So we take 3 damage. Yeah, whatever. Lost the Apocalypse. Lost the Boomerang. We should just concede. Yeah, the fact that there's a single Engram Flush, it means it's the Euros winning list. So I don't think we really have an option here. Apex is fine. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be negative, right? Like, I just want to stop doing this because we have like no win rate. We can't actually get through Bulwark. We only have 1 more Boomerang that'll do it. In theory, they haven't purged yet, so we can always just run through Engram Flush over and over again. Then we die to a single damage. So yeah, I don't know. People need to stop playing Jinteki, NBN, and chance winning decks. Concede, I think. Yeah, I think we just concede here. Well, I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's a Euros winning list. We have no chance. And it makes sense. Like, we should have called this earlier. Like, we saw the Arc lockdown. We saw the Engram Flush. That kind of puts it on the list. All right. There we go. Corey says, I think I kill Prey. I don't know. Without any breakers. Like, Independent Thinking, I think you're right. You don't trash that. So maybe that is the best card. Like, Independent Thinking wipes our board state. It doesn't really help against Boom. Okay. Yo, we're not gonna play Apex. It almost feels bad. You know, it actually feels pretty bad. We had really good ideas, and then we not good ideas. We had good intentions, and then you play, and it just I don't think it ever works unless we get a really good matchup. But if we're playing anything like remotely competitive, we're in a bad spot. Like, even if we didn't lose 22 credits, I don't think we have a chance. Like, we just can't interact with the ice. 3 chops, 3 deuces, no contaminant infinite. Nah, jogging. I'm tapping out on that. I don't think that helps any of our issues. Like, at the end of the day, we can't deal with Bulwark. Time for some Sunny Slee business. I think we need to play something that's a bit consistent just to get us back into the groove. It's also 11:30. So I think we're just gonna do 1 more. No, yeah, sorry, jogging. The deuces and chop bot's just not gonna do anything. Like, it's gonna make it a bit better. We had good intentions, Apex creators. Yeah, that's rough. It looks like Netrunner DB is down. Is that the same for everybody else? So if we want to like net deck with something, we have to do it on one of the open tabs. Time for Decklist of the week. Ah, yeah, right. 419. People love 419. Actually, I can't even copy this list because it's we can't open it. Yeah, it looks like it's down for everyone. Oh, that's a bummer. I imagine a lot of people are using it right now, because of upcoming tournament. So we could play the Euros winning list if we want to be like real. Oh wow, someone actually put effort into that GIF. Check that out. That's sick. Yo, who built that? That's awesome. That's Minority Report, right? It's been a minute. You can copy? I want to play Leela. We'll try Leela. Leela's good. Did this also win Euro after? Yeah, it's fine. Other people are playing competitive stuff. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Corset Waltz, nice. Yeah, Maker's Eye. We saw that at APAC too. Like the second winning list had that as well. Netrunner deck. Leela Patel. I can't get into NRDB. I hope this gets better before I have to submit the deck list tomorrow. Yeah, yo, I really do. Hope that gets better. That's an issue. The deck list submissions is like 12 hours, right? I hope that's not a problem for a lot of people. All right, let's do one more tonight. Losing Kakugo hurt PE Tom, but all this Leela's making it a death wish. Yeah, I guess if you're on Mushin, that's true. But for what it's worth, Jinteki's or Wayland, or sorry, Criminal, I'll just say all of them. One of them will be right. Is pretty weak to damage. Okay, Sports Metal, cool. All right, 49 cards. Opening hand, Sure Gamble, Casts, Bagalter, Tapworm, Boomerang. Honestly, not the worst. Hey. Honestly, not the worst. But we want Class Act in our early. What else do we want in this list? Embezzles are pretty fun if we have some information about the deck. Onacam early is pretty good. I don't think we need a mulligan this. We can definitely do worse than that. Bagalter just like helps us face check into Drafter. Thanks, you too. They didn't want to talk. I think it's at the same time that tickets close. Yeah, okay. Beans. All right, let's see how this is. So, Leela. I imagine, I don't recognize his name. This might be somebody testing for Nats. So getting down the Tapworm here probably just buys us a turn. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, I'd rather draw into some aggression. We could draw once more and like kind of play this control. Like, if we have to play a Mina, it's a lot of money. So I think we're just going to do gamble to casts and let that tick up. As soon as they get aggression, we'll boomerang it, or we'll do boomerang for diversion, whatever comes up first. But we want to install Tapworm at a point where they like have something on a server with advancement tokens on it or something like that. Also, getting a Paul up would be really good because this could be a combo deck. But like they're doing nothing there, so like the Tapworm would probably just throw it away. All right, we can do boomerang into diversion. It's probably good enough. If we hit a Fairchild 3 here, like they'll duck a lot of it, but then they'll be at 0 credits. And it looks like they're clicking up for IPO, so this probably lands pretty well. Oh, Satyr Adaptive Barrier. That's interesting. So that's actually going to hit pretty hard. We're going to boomerang that. And they'll be at 0 this turn, so I feel like installing the Tapworm just for value is probably pretty good. And there we go. Plot twist, Ferno 412 is actually Andre, another computer. This is one of our paid actors that throws games. I'm not trying to disrespect Ferno, like they're playing fine, but that was always the joke. All right, 3 credits. I don't love face checking R&D, right? Because if they score, they have to bounce. Patch up's pretty good. Let's try and find a class act. I think we want a pad tap here. We could run Archives, put down Tapworm, but it doesn't do too much. I think we pad tap, and then we're getting close enough to install a Mina. This, we're going to need our, what are we on, Paperclip, I think? Yeah, that's pretty good. We could draw once more and throw out another Tapworm, that's fine. Yeah, now if they score, we have a punishment. The Makers. I'm going to win this time, dang it. Beans. All right, we're going to start a turn on 13 credits. Maybe pad tap fires here. Again, it looks like they were digging up to IPO, so we just want to draw into another diversion. Now Embezzle, I actually don't know what to call in this matchup. Like probably Operation, but they actually could have agendas in there. I don't know if they mulligan or not. They did mulligan. I think we face check server 1. Like what's the bad hit here? Nothing. Like Drafter doesn't do anything. This forces a res. If they res here, they probably can't res anywhere else. Mega pre-qualifier. Okay, so that's gonna fire a pad tap. They obviously want to give that to us. We unres and unres to HQ. Do we just Makers into this? I feel like we can, and Makers into Tapworm because they'll have too many cards in hand. Hyperloop extension. Fuck, they have money. So I bounce that. Now they have a lot of cards in hand, so the Tapworm's hard to purge. But this deck is probably on CVS. It looks like more of food. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Copy bug that says odd beans. Nothing to bounce. They have some money and a Meridian, which probably means Game Changer, right? So we want to make sure we have a breaker for Meridian. So we can draw up once here. It's Class Act or Tapworm. I'm pretty okay with Tapworm here. It's very awkward for them to purge because they're going to have like 10 cards in hand. They have a Meridian, 2 bounce dice. And we are now not on game point yet, but getting there. Yeah, Tapworm's really good here. I like Tapworm's interesting because purging it, it's not like it used to be where purging it gets rid of it, like doesn't get rid of it with like Sacrificial Construct. Now you like have to think when to play Tapworm, and I like that a lot. Yeah, wait for the Metro Grid merge to say all beans. Problem is like beans don't draw well, right? So if they do like install IPO, we're gonna make good money off this Tapworm, like Amina money. We just want to get our paperclip down because Meridian has a bad face check. Is lose 4 credits, or is it what's Meridian? Just end the run. So I want to see the text on this. Gain 4 credits and the run. Okay, so they gain 1 on res, so it's not the worst face check. The -1 agenda points. Just checking. Don't necessarily art for being just odd beans. Fancy font. So ice. Saw it with the maker's eye. Oh, how did you know what it was? Wall hacks. So it seemed like this could be the Meridian considering they wrote that after that. That's really funny. We died a snare, of course. All right, an IPO gets a pat tap off again. So I'm telling you, we're gonna get 3 credits with that Tapworm. Pretty good for a single click. And they still have to purge 2 in archives. So we don't have to run here. We could run archives and check what they threw out. It gives us a bit of information. Then we probably just put the class act down. We could draw once, right? It lowers the quality of the class act. We don't need to gamble this turn. 18 credits is enough. This run's not necessary. But we do see an archive memories and a Fairchild too. It doesn't give us too big of a read on the deck. But Boomerang into Diversion now doesn't do that much. I imagine they will purge. You know what? Yeah, whatever. We can do gamble into class act. So now we can easily afford Amina. Oh, Rizeki's good. We have Boomerang Doof. No paperclip just yet, but we're going to get that class act draw. I'm a wizard. All right. So there's the purge. So they're going to discard 1 here. So the Doof isn't amazing. It's really not that good. This is where like you do Doof into Tapworm or something. So we could do like Boomerang into Doof. That's most of our turn. Install Rizeki. That's probably good enough. I don't know how much money they need for a combo game changer. Like the game changer is 6 credits. It's not too big. This shuffles our deck, which doesn't matter. We haven't really class acted yet. In theory, you want to class act. Class acting once a turn seems better. But then we have to discard something. We could probably just not class act and put down the Rizeki. Yeah, this is criminal money. It's absolutely great. We spent 1 click to gain 3, and they lost a whole turn. Seems good. Easy mark. Lose turn. They're down to 12. Their average res cost of their ice is about 4, and they still have to threaten to score agendas out. They do have a lot of ways to get money with Hyperloop and less than agendas. I'm assuming they're on Biotic Mega Pre. Doof isn't amazing here, so we can Boomerang into Doof in the most of our turns. That's fine. It's like not like you want to play Doof when they jam into a remote. There you go. Trash the pad tap. So now it's a bit better. Now we're actually putting econ pressure on. We have 2 more pad taps in the deck. But I'd like this sort of like control aggression, right? Ooh, ice. Or double whatever. Yeah, keeping Boomerang for server 2 is probably better than Diversion. That's why I regret it. So mean to put on. It's fine. Rizeki, Bravado. I don't think we need that. We could actually Bravado this. If it's a Meridian, it's okay. But we can draw once more into Paperclip or Boomerang. It's a Paul-Up. That would have been better too if we waited for the Diversion for the Paul-Up, because Paul-Up can hit a Rashida here. There's a lot of cool Paul-Up plays. We could just, yeah, we probably just want a Bravado into server 2. What's the worst case here? For Fairchild 3, I think. But then they'll be on not a lot of money. Yeah, it's a Meridian. So here we could either take it as a negative agenda point, which means we'll be on 3 points for 5, 6, 7. So we probably still need the same amount of agendas. I think we let this... I think we'll take it to our... I don't know whether we're going to regret that or not. But like on 3 points, we probably still need to steal 2 agendas anyways. Actually, probably 3. Maybe that was exactly the wrong time to do it. Is it Giordano? Pay 8? Yeah, okay. We're going to get game changed up really bad. I honestly think we take the 2 tags. If we die. Probably have archive memories, but we're still good on credits. We can remove a tag. Honestly, if they trash the class act, now the only problem is we can't dirty laundry archives. but they don't have a remote. So I think we just, yeah, man. Class Act, Polyp would be really good against Class Act. We'll move a single tag. Ruse, yeah, we were hard rused there, but they're down to 3 credits. If they trash the Class Act, it's even worse. So I don't think it was that bad for us. The news team would have been bad. They might be playing EOI, sure, but it doesn't do anything right now. But yeah, EOI is a spicy include in these sort of lists. Yeah, they trashed the Class Act. That's okay. We have another one. And they're down on 1 credit. Like, what are they going to do? Oh, just kidding. Stock buyback game 12. Never mind. Oh, Netrunner DB is back up. Thanks, Fad. All right, now we poisoned archives. Okay, now we're running out of steam. Rozeki's at the bottom of our deck. Polyp would be good against Class Act? Excuse me. I meant to say Polyp is really good against Giardorno. There's a game changer. So they're going to get a lot of clicks here. They can score out here, but then we'll bounce R&D and then we can dirty laundry into something. But maybe they score and have clicks left to reset. So 4 advancements, gets into remote enforcements, lets them put an ice into a remote server. They're down on 3 credits again, but stock buyback will fix that. So it's a tier. We can boomerang that. They have, oh, they get 5 credits, right? Because of sports medal. That was technically expensive, but they do get a tier for it. How much is Bogalto to get through tier? 6, 789, 7. All right. Oh, boomerang. Is boomerang good? Is boomerang a good card? I feel like we could probably just like boomerang into dirty laundry into Polyp. It's probably fine. We could always like boomerang this and just take 2 brain damage. I don't know. Boomerang into diversions. This isn't amazing. This shuffles our deck that gets a Rozeki back up. We're gonna hit like a news team here. So another Meridian. Okay. Okay. All right, our control game is slipping apart. If we were on 4 agenda points, that'd be a bit better. They're on legit 4 2s. We can assume 2 more mega pre-qualifiers. We do have a pad tap. We do have a Polyp. Polyp actually does a lot of work. If they're on Giardorno. Well, we need a paperclip. Like, our paperclip gets through this for 2. We just need to draw into a paperclip. We probably could spend more time drawing. I don't know if this list has caddy, but caddy would have been fine here. No, we don't have caddy, so we're actually gonna have to work for economy. We have 2 more bravados. They're worth, what, 4 credits? And what is it? They need to, if they want to biotic out, 7? Double ice? That's okay. Draw? Ordering, in theory, want it to be the other way. Install ice. Okay, so that could be a Meridian. On 3 credits, I don't know what they're rezzing. Like, Gatekeeper is the bad case. Let's value draw. Oh, never mind. We don't have Class Act. Value draw. Ooh, double Amina. Value draw. Cast is good enough. So Amina gets through Gatekeeper well. It gets through Fairchild's 2s and 3s pretty well. Ooh, Archive Memories. That's going to bring a stock buyback. Okay, they have all the money, but that's 2 Archive Memories out. I guess we can do nothing. Remember when we felt really good about it installing Amina? Those were the days. The problem is like just archives is poisoned here. Oh yeah, we're on an Anacom list. Every draw is valuable without a Class Act. Every draw is a value draw without a Class Act. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So Anacom is probably a bit late. I don't know if we're going to need the MU. But now they've iced again. If they score out here like a 4-2, worst case is like a Vitruvius or Megapre and then they can reinstall here. But I don't think we can pressure that really well. So I think we're just going to set up. I think we're going to spec order for a Corroder, or Paperclip, excuse me, and just discard it. What's our multi-axis? Do we have turning wheels? Yeah, we have 2. We just haven't seen them. Turning wheel would have been so good against Satyr Adaptive Barrier. Even Meridian, like, yeah. Now the Satyr's a bit more to deal with. No, I just wish we could dirty laundry for value. Installing this is pretty rough. But we're probably going to get more credits after pad tap. They actually might take the card draw. I don't know how good the bezel is. The bezel seems pretty nice, right? Like they're holding combo operations, but this is going to be a hard matchup. We don't need the MU. We have to throw a 3. Dirty Laundering Archives is not great because of the news team. What do we do here? Oh, we can throw out a... Yeah, we can throw out one of those. We're gonna need money if we want to install the Amina, but we don't need 2 Aminas. Okay. Hopefully it's a 4-2, right? Shit. That gives them money. So Patap's gonna fire no matter what. Select an ice to return to HQ. This one technically is more expensive to reinstall. That's probably fine. So the problem is, like, we need down our Amina. We've seen the one big scary face check here. In theory, like a gatekeeper is kind of rough. Not a gatekeeper, sorry. A grafter is kind of rough because it can reinstall Giordano. Not Dorno, Giordano. We've been through this. But we're going to start with former credits. We're at 17. We're okay. We do have class act draw. They still need to score a couple agendas to win. They're probably going to have to score a food out. I would embezzle if they don't double ice HQ. Like, we just straight embezzle. Okay, so now we're going to need the Mina down. But we actually could do Boomerang embezzle. How does that sound, chat? Boomerang embezzle seems okay, right? Boomerang outermost embezzle? Yeah, I like it. So I don't think they ever res that, right? Oh, they do. Oh, it's an archer. Hell yeah. So we will break and end the run, and the corp gains 2. Okay, the other option here is to break the 2 trash programs, and then we gain 2. They're on the back foot, and the end the run fires. How good is the Rizeki? Obviously good. Is the embezzle better? Yeah, probably. So we break the end the run. We don't necessarily need to. They can gain 2. We'll break a trash program subroutine, but at the point we just trash to break the gain 2 subroutine. So install paperclip, break for 3, access server. We're calling it operation here. If we hit agendas, we're gonna be so salty. Meridian! Oh, fuck, that feels bad. Oh shit, that's so bad. Ugh. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that's so bad. We knew 1 Meridian. Maybe we should have just called ice there. Oh yeah, we should have paid more attention. Value draw. We'll take the Boomerang. Draw. That's a huge oof. Ooh, that's a really big oof. Oh man, imagine that hit. You know how much money that would have been? 8 credits. That's a free Amina. Free Mina. Man, Rizeki looks really good. I wonder if that's a Meridian. There's probably like Survey or something here. I don't know what we do without late game economy. Like, we don't have the aggression. We just don't have the aggression. We're going to need to get Amina down. Now that Rizeki looks really good. Sure gamble, inside job. Honestly, inside job seems like a really cool thing to have in our pocket. But now we have to install that, and now they have like a scoring window. As a new player, I feel like CBI raid better than Bezel. It's not. It's really. It's not like. So the thing is, like with CBI raid, they choose the order that everything goes back. So if there's punishment that you're scared of, like a hard hitting news, it goes on top of the deck. When it comes to like embezzle can trash the cards that you can't interact with. Like if you know what's in hand, it does more work. CBI raid is kind of just slows the game down. Like it doesn't deal with the issues, it just slows them down. It's also very expensive. And it's, you know, it's swiggy, but embezzle also can make you a lot of money. All right, so this feels like we can go for a Leela bounce, but the fact that we don't have a turning wheel seems so rough here. But like we could inside job. I just feel like the chance of us hitting an agenda is really, really low. We also have to watch out for the next archer. Like if this Amina gets trashed, it's the end of the line because we did throw out 1. But in theory, we could like bravado R&D. I just like hope this is a food, but then they biotic out. I don't know what to do here. This is rough. We ran out of gas. CBR raid into Stargate would be a sweet turn. Yeah, but Stargate doesn't shuffle anymore, right? Like you just trash 1 of their cards from HQ. So it becomes this like really convoluted embezzle. It used to be with Keyhold, and that was sweet. It'd be like your hand's gone. But yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. CBR raid just doesn't have a lot going for it. It's really expensive. There's not a lot of 3 credit runs. Like you're asking for a lot. I guess they're pretty different, but I think of CBI raid as being time walk. It sort of is. Like you're right, it does slow the game down to that extent. But like, what do they put on top of the deck? Like now you know R&D is not worth running, HQ is not worth running, and so they just spend their turn clicking 3. Like I don't know. I feel like legwork would be better in most circumstances. Shit. Chat. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. Hope it's food. If it's a Vitruvius with a counter, we lose. Oh, it's food. Okay, so we get a bounce here. This is probably the Meridian, so I'll bounce the other one. YOLO. So far, it's tough to see how you dig out. Yeah, Verbose, I agree. It really is. They can biotic out a win. Oh, wait, maybe Turning Wheel? Fairchild 2. Maybe Turning Wheel. The legwork's on the bottom of our stack. Oh, sorry. Whoops. What are they not rezzing here? 7 credits, they can't score out, can they? Okay, we got Turning Wheel tokens. So our Maker's Eye was really good. But if they have Audacity, we lose. Biotic, I don't think we lose yet. The remote, we might just lose to, right? Like, we would need Diversion. And we need to land a Diversion. We only have 1 Diversion and 15 cards. We looked at MC2 so hard. Oh, Dirty Laundry? Yeah, we probably could have Dirty Laundry that, Professor. You're totally right. So obviously if that's an agenda, we lose. So the question is, like, do we just inside job this remote? If we inside job this remote, if they res anything that costs more than, like, that's probably Rashida worst case, right? But if we inside job this remote, well, we need to basically install Begalter inside job the remote. Yeah, I think we can do that. If it's a bounce, then we swing R&D. I don't know. But like if they spend anything rezzing here, the money's really bad. Unless it's a Rashida specifically. It's a Meridian. Okay. It's obviously very expensive. 7 credits. But they're on 3. Mega Pre. Okay. That was game winning. So we could win here. Pat Tap's probably going to fire. Yeah, Pat Tap fires. We're on 6. Man, I really wish we Dirty Laundry that last turn. 6 is probably enough. Run R&D. They didn't res last turn. If they res this, I don't know what money they're going to have to score out. And we're just going to dump a bunch. It's another Meridian. Okay. So if we take that, it's pretty bad for us. So we could have Dirty Laundried here. Fairchild 3. Rashida Yahim, we'll trash that. Stock buyback. Huge issue. So it's a Fairchild 3 on top. Rozeki and Bezel. They're both pretty bad. All right. So maybe we could always like take this -1 agenda point just to build up turning wheel counters. We know there's a stock buyback on top of the table, and they have just enough to score out here. And what's left in the deck? We haven't seen any Vitruviuses. Could be the last Mega Pre-Qualifier. If we didn't take that Meridian, we would have been on 5 points. And we're going to start with no money, like 2 credits. So I think we have to eat the Meridian, right? I think we Dirty Laundry, eat the Meridian, and just slam. Undo turn. I have to also... yeah, I have to help them do that. The boomerang is interesting, like 2 credits is something. And the thing is, like, once they get the stock buyback, they have... Oh, hey, Nana. They have, like, oh, there you go. They have credits. So I'm assuming that they actually can't res that. We also can always, like, Dirty Laundry Archives and go tag me. Like, we lose our turning wheel, but we also probably lose the game. So what can they res on 3 credits? Gatekeeper's a problem? We'll draw once, I guess. I don't know what we're drawing into. Yeah, nothing. What can they res on 3? The Gatekeeper we break for 4, they lose 1. So they'd be on 0 regardless if they res or not. Okay, jack out. So that's 4 credits. We can go back once more. We can click for a credit. Oh, that was our last click. Yeah, because we drew. I don't think we have an inside job left, do we? Oh, we have 1. We have 1 inside job left. Oh, that's interesting. Again, if they res anything here... They have a stock buyback, though. Never mind. They're going to have 1 billion credits. We can't really get into the remote. We have too few monies. Fairchild 2 also doesn't end the run if that's one on R&D. So yeah, their stock buyback, they get a lot of money. Bad tap though works. Yeah, our Zeki obviously was like a pretty bad hit into the Archer. It did lose them an agenda. Not that it would have won mattered too much, but yeah, this remote's now off limits, right? Like a single, what's it called? Is gonna be a problem. A single, I think we go tag me. A single surveyor is an issue, let alone border control. So we're just gonna go tag me. Okay, so there was another news team in there. We're on 8 credits. This puts us further away, but it saves us money. I think we have to do it. Yeah, we need as many accesses as we can get. Fairchild 2, we just start trashing stuff, right? Like trash Polop, whatever. Fairchild 3, though, we can only break that twice. That's good enough. They lose a credit, shouldn't matter. And we can just like bounce things and prolong the game. So this is a fresh card. So we'll go down to 3 agenda points. It's gonna be a hell of a game changer. So if we were on real points, we'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a drafter. So we can go back and double axis. We can't really build another turning wheel counter. We can run into this. We can run in and trash 2 installed cards to get 4 counters. Yeah, we probably do that. Like I think we were losing server 4, so we'll just run R&D. We'll let all subs fire, and we'll just trash stuff, and then we can run back. So we'll get rid of I don't know, the Polop. We'll get rid of the Class Act. And they can brain damage or end the run. They end the run. That's fine. And we'll go back. We have just enough to break. So we can see 2 more cards past the drafter. Has a small chance of holding on. We're going to have 0 credits and they'll trash our turning wheel. So like, it's real edge gains here, but like real narrow chance of not losing. Drafter, Giordano, IPO. Okay, that's probably a good game. All right, we had a shot. Maybe not. Ooh. So we lost a turning wheel. We have another in hand. We're on 0 credits. We went pretty tag me. I don't know if that's gonna matter. We lost a turning wheel. We're never going to be able to afford to clear the tags. They can trash our pad tap for value. And they're going to draw another Giordano. So if they just get a Giordano up, we lose. So I think we can probably just concede. Oh no, we've sneaked our beta. So if they don't have it now, they just drew into drafter. They draw a Giordano. So this is probably not worth installing. We probably just want to draw into sneak door. But even if they draw an agenda, they just jam it. So I don't think the sneak door does enough. Unless like they mass draw. And then draw more than 1 agenda, it seems really, really unlikely. That's a Giordano. So maybe a CVS in there? I don't know. So drafter, probably into Fairchild. Drafter is not a lot of credits. So we can go back in for a single. So we know the next card. So we'll just click 3, I guess. We can get like a rip single. I don't think our money matters that much, right? Like drafter is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we can get a rip single if this unknown card is an agenda. Or no, it's actually a fresh card, right? Because they did draw it once. Manor economy fell apart. Server 4 over something. IPO. This could be it. Guess who's clicking through R&D? Oh, fuck. No, we're fine. We're totally fine. Clicking through, my friends. Single axis. There's a lot of agendas still in here. Rashida Yahim, shit. Could be it. There's still a lot of agendas in the deck, right? It was just on the top. We missed it. They drew right through it. Oh, they just left. Ooh, I think they are grinding games out. So what else could we possibly drawn into that would have helped there? Like the anachems are a bit too slow, but we did draw through a lot of our deck. If the embezzles hit for the Meridian, like obviously such a different game. 8 more credits for us, and they don't have 2 Meridians, which are, you know, annoying pieces of ice as much as that is. We would have been on 4 agenda points. We wouldn't have to take that one. The Sneak Door Beta doesn't matter, right? Because they've controlled what was in HQ. In the late game, like when they're just drawing into jam into the remote, it doesn't really matter too much. But the last inside job has some value. Honestly, they were only on... I guess I didn't even find sports medal, so maybe we actually should have just inside jobbed this remote and then click through the tier, right? Like I probably actually could have done that. Like clicking through the tier is fine. Like it gives them a turn to draw, and even like advance an agenda that they draw into, but that's probably better than this one single. Yeah, probably. No, never mind. There's a Giordano in there. Never mind. That was never gonna happen. Cool. Well, that's it. Wow, bummer some games, but that's how it goes sometimes. That's all for us. We'll be on Saturday doing some streaming for the America's Continentals, doing some commentary. So do check that out. If you're playing, best of luck, have fun. It starts at 11 o'clock CDT. So that's like noon Eastern. A couple days of it. So we're gonna be doing a fair bit of commentary. We're gonna stream here on Saturday just a bit before, and also on Sunday a bit before, and then we'll just raid into it. So if you followed this channel, you'll get the notification. Maybe we won't do that. Actually, I don't know if that's good content or that's annoying. Like we don't have a lot to talk about it. We'll do it on the second day because then we can talk about the deck lists because we'll have the deck list before the finals. But on day 1, we probably won't do that because we don't have a lot to talk about. I don't think so, but we'll do that on the second day for sure. That's largely it. Thanks to everyone we played games against. When are you doing commentary? I don't know. I have to check the email because we were just sorting that out recently, but probably for a lot of it. I've been very lucky to be able to do a lot of commentary, and I think America's is meant to be like my backyard. Like I'm meant to know more about it, which I don't. So I think Nisei might give me even more screen time or voice time, which is cool. I think he missed it before, but my JNet tag is the Pooter Looter. Okay, cool. Thanks, Fad. So it'll be a lot of Bladum. So basically maybe at any time. I don't know. Last I heard they said for all of it. So we'll see. That's largely it. Hopefully you're all doing well. Thanks so much to all the people we played games against. Sorry about that Apex stuff. And we'll be back on this weekend and after that on Thursday. So do take care of yourselves and